so wide. Feels like I'm meant to stride. Flat earth beneath my feet, knowing I'm here to meet. Ocean's edge, it calls my name. Purpose in this life's game. Horizons line so clear, God's love brings me near. Flat earth made by him, my journey long yet thin. Purpose found in every day, guided by his gentle sway. Mountains totally stand.
Yo, Fluffs! What's up? Good to see you guys. Thank you guys for making it here. Really appreciate you. We got the Ryan, we got Roger, Luca, and PJ in the house. How you guys doing?
Good.
I'm
Good.
good.
Groovy.
Yeah, I almost opened up with Zoltan. But, but it's good to see you guys. Good to see everybody in the YouTube lands as well. Thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate you all. You guys rock. Please do hit the likes, share the show. You are awesome stuff. Woohoo! So, has anybody heard of the Birdman channel before?
Never.
No.
Never.
He's got
I
like
don't know.
246k subscribers.
Flatzoid.
Now I've heard of him.
Yes, Luca.
I can still hear the intro music playing.
Well, that's
It
you.
happens
You
to me
must
too.
have something on somewhere. Because I
You
can't.
Yeah,
probably
must be by
have.
you,
You
because
probably
it's not
still have
showing.
the YouTube
just-
open at the top of your computer. There, just close that out.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
I'll transfer
Welcome,
my
Luca.
computer then, I guess.
Want to shut it down?
Yeah, it's good. But anyway, it's good to see everybody. And apparently, this guy's going to be debunking the flat Earth. He's debunking conspiracy theorist Lord Jamar, the flat Earth. I have no idea who Lord Jamar is.
Jamar.
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 I think he's part of the Wu-Tang Clan crew. There's a couple of them that are out there. And no, look at his backdrop.
What's a Wu Tang?
A Wu-Tang.
What is a Wu Tang?
Wu-Tang, man.
Like Poontang, or am I missing something?
Just the Chinese version. I don't know.
Wu Tang. Oh, Wu Tang's Chinese, but so what's
Yeah.
the other one?
They
Wu-Tang
worship.
Chinese or Japanese? That's Japanese,
It's Chinese. Well,
I gotta check this out. Wait.
okay.
Wu-Tang is
They go with Shaolin philosophy is what they try to worship,
Yep.
but they're just
Shaolin, and Wu-Tang is Hong Kong martial arts starring dirty film. Yeah, so it's Chinese then.
Yeah.
Wu-Tang. It's based on Shaolin. The Wu-Tang is a
Flag in the
1983 Hong Kong martial arts film, directed and
Oh.
starring Gordon Liu. The film is
So that
about the
means they're
rivalry between
mixed.
Shaolin,
So it means they know kung fu.
I don't know.
Kung Fu.
Watch some of their videos. You'll get the idea. But they got characters like Dirty Old
Wu-Tang
Bastard,
fans, I've
the
heard of it.
RZA, the Jizza.
Being
Yeah.
funny. I'm being funny. Guys. Remember,
Be funny.
this is what I do.
Hmm.
I'm asking the
They got the
stupid.
Ghostface
I'll definitely
killer.
watch it. I do like old. By the way, I do like these, like the old Chinese and Japanese movies and stuff. You know, like Drunken Master and stuff.
Mhm.
I like the old movies, so I'll definitely try and check that one out.
Of course, I agree.
Is it Chinese boxing?
Shaolin is a religion. Yes, I agree. Well, it is actually a religion. Although it is based on martial arts, it is still a religion. Okay,
Meaning
so
with fists.
anyway, the Birdman should interview us. 58% say yes, 42% say no. Shame. The people who say no just are sad individuals. Why don't you want him to interview us? That's the question. Is it maybe because you don't want the truth out there? So think about that. Okay, so anyway, it's a big channel. I do have him linked in the description below. Dudes, if you want to come talk to us or just, interview us for something, it would be really awesome. Would appreciate talking to people, actually. because they always seem to talk to people. I don't know, that usually don't have like all the knowledge they need. You know what I mean? So I think it would be more productive to talk to people like us who actually have more. I can say we've been in this for a long time. Okay, so hit the likes, share the show, guys. We've got 31 in, so we can probably get going.
Hit the show and like the shares, guys.
Yeah, don't forget. Don't forget to
I
like.
heard the man.
And if you don't like us, at least hit it on the way out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
We sat through at
just
least
do that. Just hit the likes just to show you don't like us. How's that?
Absolutely.
There you go.
Just to make us mad. Yeah.
Yeah, just
Okay.
it's opposite day. Just do it.
Okay, let's see what this says.
Absolutely. Lord Jamar is a flat earther, everyone.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Birdman here. So we've got another rapper dipping his toes into the
A
conspiracy
rapper.
kiddie pool, and of course, it's another flat earther. Let's hear what he has to say and see if I can't answer the questions he raises, shall we?
Why are you a flat earther, sir?
Because it's ridiculous to think that someone can live on a ball, to think that water could wrap itself around a spinning ball, to think that people could be on the bottom of a fucking ball and be upside down because some magical thing called gravity is allowing it to happen.
So that was a lot, but let's reiterate his point.
Absolutely not a lie. Absolutely
I agree with
not a lie. I agree with him completely.
I like that approach.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't like the rappers Wu-Tang stuff.
I think there's one song that I've heard, or maybe if I'm lucky, but I know who they are though.
Oh, yeah, Wu-Tang. Oh, is it the Wu-Tang Clan?
Yeah. I
Oh,
don't know if
okay.
that's part
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah, that's
How come they're using Blanca from Street Fighter?
That's Birdman's mascot logo thing for his YouTube. That's why. Why do you think I made the nice Blanca for the thumbnail?
yeah.
Oh,
It's not
of
Blanca,
course.
but it looks kind of like a Blanca. Yeah.
Oh, so it's not Blanca.
Copyright.
I don't
It's,
think it is. It's whatever. It's probably
It's a
his own
mix in,
thing.
yeah.
Okay.
They-
I'll have a look at Blanca.
I'm pretty sure that Midway would sue the living crap out of them if they didn't use Blanca.
Well, like the colors off, but first of all, but just saying, that's my opinion.
I think
I think my Blanca looks more
Hold
good.
on.
I think.
I think it's Blanca though. 'Cause look,
My Blanca looks better.
Blank's better than theirs.
If you look at these pictures,
My AI demonstration was better than your
definitely
question.
Blanca though. It's definitely Blanca. Look, it's definitely Blanca. Blanca's got all different.
Yeah, I know,
Upgrades
but I'm
and
just
that
saying
That's
Yeah.
it's his version or whatever.
Yeah.
He drew it, is what I'm saying. Though, if he draws it, then it's his own creation, and it
Oh,
doesn't
then
matter
you
whether
draw
it's
it.
like
Okay.
or not, right? You know.
Okay. Fair play.
Well, I'm just assuming that because otherwise he'd be dealing with copyright problems, right?
I don't think he did draw. I think it's that first. It's the first one in the thing.
this photo. I mean, this comic he's got here. I think it's from a comic book cell.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I'm not sure how that
It's
works.
from a
Maybe
Street
comic books are
Fighter, or
different.
there was a Street Fighter screen that he took a screen to, because this I have seen before.
Oh, I've
Sure.
definitely seen. That's why I checked. So I checked.
Yeah. But
Absolutely.
yeah, Lev, I'm not a rap guy. I don't like rap, to be honest. It's very seldom that I would really listen to anything rap. If it is
how about
really
Eric?
something, if there is rap that I would really listen to, but I'm not like I said, it's not something that appeals to me. Would maybe be some Christian rap. I like CJ. In the years ago, I don't know if you guys ever heard CJ rap. He's a Christian rap artist.
I've heard of it.
Josh Monday does good raps. He's not that bad.
He looks like a rapper. He looks like a
Josh
rapper.
Monday is actually a rapper, yeah.
Yeah, he looks like one.
You ever heard Spirit Level and Eric Dubé do a rap together? They did a whole
No.
album.
Oh, surely
Wow.
can't be that good. No. Eric the bass.
I didn't know Eric DeBay can rap though.
He can't.
He's got 2 rap albums, dude.
He can't rap, but okay, you guys can think he can.
Well, that's what he calls it.
Whatever they call it.
They got a rap called "Never a Straight Answer" for NASA.
Ah. But yeah,
He's
like I said,
he-
rap is not my thing.
It's the easy way out of the music industry, I think.
So that we
Okay, we're gonna listen to his debunk.
Yeah, man.
may answer
yeah, I
his
can't wait.
claims. Number one, it's ridiculous to think that someone can live on a ball.
Yes.
Well, not quite. Most arthropods can walk upside down on a ball, so this idea isn't inherently ridiculous on its own, but we know what Lord Jamar means, so let's get to point number two. It's ridiculous to think water can wrap itself around a spinning ball. Of course, Jamar's position entirely relies on his understanding of balls that are on Earth.
Well, that's the only kind of balls you can actually observe,
Observe.
correct?
The ones you
Absolutely.
see. Yeah.
Hey, Jeff's in the house. What's up, man?
Yo,
Hey.
How's the knuckle
yes,
doing?
I'm doing okay.
It's good.
I'm doing.
I was
It's a
actually thinking
holiday
of you
for me today, so
Nice.
so yeah.
Nice.
I was actually thinking of you today, man.
Happy Thanksgiving today for us.
Awesome. Then what you doing here, man? Go eat that turkey.
Well, we already had our turkey dinner 2 days ago, so
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Why
something
so
we don't
early?
have. We don't have
Thanksgiving, no,
Thanksgiving here.
no. I used to think Thanksgiving was their Christmas Eve at one point when I was a kid. I thought Thanksgiving was Christmas Eve.
Why not?
What is Thanksgiving really? What do you
The
guys
opening
celebrate
ceremony,
Thanksgiving
yeah.
for, though?
Okay, I'll explain Thanksgiving to you right quick. Thanksgiving is when the American Indians celebrated the fall harvest with the settlers. So that's it was supposed to be giving thanks to God.
But
That's all.
but that's not how it happened.
Yeah, I know the
So
story's
it's
a
really
lot worse
kind of
than
made
that.
up. It's a made up holiday, and we all still go with it. That's what it is. It's pagan.
Yeah, of course it's pagan.
I only celebrate it because my family has always done it, and because it's one time of the year, or one of the 2 or 3 times a year where we try to get together and do something together, and sometimes we don't get to do that otherwise. So I just keep with it.
Yeah, I mean, big up the natives and that, but I didn't like their their spiritual life, obviously. But big up the natives anyway.
Well, at least you guys get to eat the turkey, so.
Why not?
So my question is,
It's-
why
it's
does
a good thing, yeah,
Canadians celebrate Thanksgiving so early? There's got to be a reason for it.
That I don't know.
Just because they don't like Americans, so they're like, no, we're not doing the same
It's
day.
got to be something different. Same with Mexico, they have to have their May the 5th or whatever it is.
I think it's because they didn't want to have 2 holidays in November.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes,
Because we have Remembrance Day and Thanksgiving. It would be right. So they moved it to October, and it's all has to do with governmental things.
Don't you have Boxing Day too?
Sorry,
Don't you have
Boxing
Boxing
Day.
Day up there?
Yeah,
but it's
Yeah,
not
we have
considered
Boxing
a
Day,
stat
yeah.
holiday. Only Christmas is.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah,
We
but
have
you guys, but that's like
we have
basically
Boxing
you guys.
Day.
Or whatever. I don't know. I don't know much about it. I was just curious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have Boxing Day.
But now our prime minister dictator added a new holiday last month, and it's called I call it Lies and Deception Day because it's based off of the remember there was that big story that went around the world about all of those baby skeletons buried around the
You
school.
told us about this.
Yeah, yeah. It's all based off of that. So that's why I call it Lies and Deception Day.
very apt.
It's hot again tonight. Okay.
Yes, it's not immediately intuitive that water can stick to a globe when you've spent your entire life on Earth, which has a gravitational pull, meaning any water on other balls would fall off and be pulled to the Earth itself because its gravitational well is much larger than...
Well, he just said it will fall off because of the gravitational pull of the Earth.
Yeah.
Which way is it
Well,
going?
oops.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oops.
No, the reason it goes off is because of centrifugal forces. It's got nothing to do with gravity.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, exactly. It's called spinning at 1,000 miles per hour or 1,004 or whatever it is.
So
They need
centrifugal.
to study their own model, dude.
So centrifugal is the water spinning off. Centripetal is spinning in.
Inwards.
Yeah.
Centripetal is in, centrifugal is out.
Yeah. I always get mixed up between the two.
I do too, for some reason. But I know centrifugal is when it's spinning in the outward thrust
Yeah.
of matter,
Yes.
even when there's gravity. So, I mean, if gravity was true, then when you spun something right here on the ground, we're under gravity, right? So if I spin something right now, why doesn't gravity keep it sticking to that ball too?
Because it's so
because the
weak,
Earth is-
man.
That's what I'm
Such a
saying.
weak
It's like
force,
it doesn't make any
man.
logical sense.
It's such a weak force that makes everything just apparently fall to the ground. It can even overcome
Why can't
entropy,
we
but
put
it's strong
pressurized
enough.
gas inside of a bucket then? Why can't I carry?
Think about it.
Why
Think
can't I
about
carry
it.
liquid petroleum gas around in a bucket then?
Yeah,
Exactly.
but think about it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
I mean,
Ryan,
you
think
can
about
to an extent, because if you like carbon dioxide liquefied, if you pour it out of the tank quickly or whatever, you can end up with a bowl of it, but it's constantly evaporating. It's constantly doing what it's supposed to do. It's just but yeah.
But Roger,
They're
think about it.
basically-
Sublimation.
Yeah.
It's so weak. It's so weak. It can't really do anything, but it's strong enough to overcome entropy.
Absolutely.
That's an amazing thing, dude. I'm telling you.
They'll tell you that like it doesn't do the same because the Earth is a bigger mass and it's going towards that, isn't it? That's what they'll tell you. So why then when you spin a ball like that, does the water not just fall to the Earth rather than spin off of it? Like we say, it should fall down on it. Stupid.
I just want to say, Luca, don't present
No.
Simon Dan rubbish to us,
Please.
please, man.
It's
That
crap.
guy is.
Yeah,
that guy's
well,
a-
you can do it on your own time.
Yeah,
No,
Simon
we
Dawes
won't.
has got nothing
Thank
to
you.
say. Nothing.
Simon
Tennis ball isn't really a
doesn't
good-
know physics, man. Just to let you know.
Tennis ball isn't really a good thing, except it shows what water would do. It's all it's showing. It's not trying to say that that's what the Earth is, a tennis ball, a rubber ball with air in the center. That's not what it's saying. It's just showing you what would happen to the water if you put water on a ball and spun it. That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah, the point of this whole argument is you can only observe water falling off balls, not sticking to it.
Not sticking to it.
Mhm.
That's all.
Unless there's
That's
some
the
kind
only
of
point of the
material that makes it
Because-
stick, like gelatin or something like that. Yeah. Unless you trick it, right? Unless you play. with it.
That's an old trick, dude. It really is.
Yeah, I was gonna say the parlor trick. Yeah. But okay.
Okay, let's carry on because it's a long video. It's 47 minutes
I'm
long
sorry.
almost.
Yeah, let's do it.
That of a tennis ball, for example. So this is why he believes it's ridiculous for water to stick to a ball, because he believes there is an objective down for the water.
No, dude.
What?
Now you know why I put the strawman flat Earth in the thumbnail. I didn't
Yeah, I
get
got
this
Careful.
far yet, but I just had a feeling they're going to use a strawman model.
An objective down.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not subjective, objective. Okay,
Yeah, objective, he said. I'm sure he said objective down.
so scientific then.
That is
Okay.
looks like a ridiculous.
Well, there has
Well,
to be a
let's-
center of gravity in that one, right? In their model. To be in the middle.
Dal
of
is
it.
probably sitting there.
I like how they call it center of gravity. Center underneath.
When you're right to the middle of the disc, like, oh my God, how do I walk?
And again, they've got the bloody downward arrow while flat Earth is in space. You know?
Yeah, this is what Dal pushes, man.
Upward rising shed, upward rising shed.
But why do they think we believe
You
that?
guys
Because they go
notice
right
in
to
this-
flat Earth society, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
even I know
You notice
that's
this
not
view?
the model you use.
You guys notice the view there? The Earth. It's basically they just put
There's
the
everybody.
Mercator map onto that disc.
Mr. Super Sidewinder, you're in,
Yes, you're correct.
in either my or Roger's
Am I
restream. That's why.
not very loud?
No, you're fine. It's just Roger likes over talking.
That was me. That was Ryan.
Ryan.
I was trying to explain. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Jeff, yeah, that's a Mercator map in there. I saw it before, yeah.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
And where's the ice wall? Why they having it like dripping out?
No, I know.
And
That's-
it's like
that's liquid
the
nitrogen on
dome,
the outside.
the dome's there, but somehow the water's able to go through the dome, and the moon and the sun are outside the dome.
And
Doesn't
the
make
water,
sense. does it?
and the water isn't evaporating or anything. It's just-
Really weird.
It's frozen.
It's down like
frozen
ice.
around there. Yeah.
Well, unless the dome is, how thick is the dome? Like, how many layers does it have?
We've never been there.
How do we
so we
know
don't
how
know.
thick the
How
dome
we
is?
know, dude?
Well,
Think
well,
about
let's
it.
put it
Is
this
it
way,
just-
Luca. If the dome is said to be solid, should water get out, flow out of it?
But you also said that the Earth had to be flooded, right, for Noah's Ark? So
Yeah,
water had to
We're
get out
looking
of
at the strawman model presented on here, and we're saying why they got a dome on there, but the water's still going over the edges. It's like
There's
having
not
an
containment.
upside down bowl, but the bowl's not doing anything. What's the use of having the bowl then?
I guess the dome doesn't go doesn't go
So it
below
floats in
the earth.
midair.
I guess
Does the dome float in midair?
like it doesn't complete a full three. It doesn't complete the full circle around. It just stops 180. Like
You think God is
half
that retarded?
dome, I guess.
That's what you get from that.
That's what dome is.
And that's the reason why it may have the ice goes.
You know, it's a hemisphere. You know what a hemisphere is?
Yeah,
Dome.
half.
Yeah.
Like a half dome. Yeah.
So it's still 360 degrees in circumference.
It would have to connect somewhere.
What?
It would.
Hemisphere's not.
Circumference is
Hemisphere
300.
half is
Yeah,
half, so
Hemisphere
it's
still
180.
has a 360 degree
Of course it
circumference.
does. Of course it's
No, it's
360.
180. Since it's
No.
only half.
No. 180.
half.
If you're looking in the wrong direction. If you look at the flat plane wise, it's still the circumference is 180, dude. Sorry, 360. 360. The circumference is still 360.
Let me put it this
Get
way.
a
See my
compass,
mouse.
Luca.
Can you see my mouse, Luca?
Look at the mouse. Yeah.
Oh,
you go.
you mean that? Okay,
Yes.
yes. That's
360.
360.
There you
Yeah.
go. Did the light come
Yeah.
on there, Luca?
Dome,
Ding, ding,
but the
ding,
dome depicted on there is not 360, right?
Let's just put it this way, Luca. This whole thing is a straw man model. That's our point.
It's crap.
Yeah. But let's carry
I
on.
would agree, yes. I would agree that it's a straw man model. I
Yeah.
would give you that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Of the ocean to fall off. The problem, of course, is that people who espouse this idea have no understanding of what gravity is and how or why it works. Whenever I ask these people why does water fall down on a flat Earth, they quite literally invoke gravity by saying density and buoyancy.
False. Density and buoyancy doesn't evoke gravity.
No.
Your gravity evokes density and buoyancy,
Yeah.
not the other way around.
What came first, buddy?
Yeah, Archimedes' principle came before Newtonian gravity was postulated, about 1,900 years before that, actually. So it's weird.
And what he just showed there wasn't gravity. That was relativity. That was what he described in that little diagram.
General relativity, yeah. General relativity is a thought experiment by Einstein in 1905, where he postulated that in the fourth dimension, space and time warp to make things appear to accelerate in a straight path. That's what it is.
We're always in
Not
motion.
science.
though.
So
It
when
has
the
to be
apple falls to the ground, it doesn't actually fall. It's you rising up to meet the apple.
Meeting. Yeah, you're meeting.
And now you see, Luca, why your model is just as crazy as Dell's. It
So
really
do you
is.
understand why I say this Birdman guy should come and interview us?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Because we clearly do know what's going on, Birdman.
Absolutely.
And so instead of wasting your time with baby flat earthers, I would say, come to the veterans. Come to the people that actually know what's going on. Because we
guess I'm a
probably know your
heretic.
model. We know your religion probably better than you do, mate.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, Mr. Super Sidewinder. If you're in whose chat, Ryan's or Roger's chat, yeah, you won't see the chat that's going on in Flatzoids. If there's nobody there, Mr. Super Sidewinder, you'll only see whatever you're saying and whoever's in that chat. So you want to pop over to Flatzoids, you'll see the rest of the chat over here, dude.
Mm-hmm. But it's good to see you guys. Hit the likes, share the show, guys. Appreciate you all. Okay, let's go.
Two concepts that rely on gravity to work in tandem. Which brings me to his third point. Gravity is a magical force.
It is.
Now, there is some truth to this statement, in that there are many things we don't understand about gravity, and things we don't understand seem magical to us until...
Magic's just science that we don't understand it.
Really?
Oh my word, that's a fallacious statement.
Isn't it just? And you know who used that? MCU. They used it in Thor. Saying that magic and science are the same things, basically.
But you know why that's fallacious, though? Because science doesn't care about beliefs and opinions. That statement is beliefs and opinions. Science is only there to validate and invalidate a hypothesis.
Yeah.
So magic is got nothing to do with science at all.
Science is a natural thing. Magic isn't supernatural.
The man who invented satellites, Arthur C. Clarke. Look at that. I'm done.
Yeah, there it is. He did Sputnik, didn't he? In one of his books, probably.
Never know.
Or Asimov did. I know Asimov maybe had what that Sputnik in one of his book covers.
Yeah.
Fiction.
We understand it. I'd imagine if you took an iPhone 7 back in time to the Middle Ages, they'd burn you for witchcraft. However, what we do know about gravity is that it exists. Henry Cavendish performed an experiment.
Oh, God.
Oh, Mr. Cavendish again.
Crap in the dish.
Notice how I notice every time they talk about Cavendish as a quote-unquote experiment, they don't show Cavendish himself. They take people trying to recreate it and usually fail. And note it's not an actual experiment because there is no scientific hypothesis for it.
And also, I mean, if you just use lead balls, why didn't you use stones, all different types of mass, rather than just lead?
Hi, phone. What's up?
Hey, fellas, what's going down?
Give yourself, man. Okay.
Right.
But anyway, yeah, Cavendish is definitely not science.
Yeah.
In the late 18th century using a telescope and 4 lead balls that proved there was a gravitational constant.
Whoa. Proved?
How did that prove it?
Didn't prove anything.
I thought science doesn't prove things.
No.
It's supposed to disprove your nulls and stuff.
Yeah.
He would have used more than lead if he was trying to prove something, you know what I mean? But like I say,
also,
it's not an experiment.
But yeah, his statement as well, if he says it proved the force of gravity, that means it disproved Einstein. Because Einstein disproved Newtonian gravity as a force. So if it proved gravity as a force, then what happened to Einstein afterwards?
I have no. They try to marry the two, and it's really hard to do.
Because Cavendish was not an experiment; it was a calculation based on trying to measure Earth's mean density. That was it. It was not got to do with proving gravity as a force or a constant.
Yeah. The question I got to ask about Cavendish is why do they use a torsion bar to?
Because it's simple physics. It's torsion twist. Why do you think? What do you think? What happens when you have to lengthen a pole and put a weight on it? You get torque. It's got the right-hand rule to it. That's why it can only move in one plane. Not because of gravity. It's because it has torque.
They forced it to do what it did. That's basically what.
It's a gimmick. But I mean, also remember, Cavendish was so, how can I say, taking so much precautions, not even allowing anybody to be near his shed. He used a telescope from a distance away so he could just look into the shed. Now you got people sitting in the classroom doing this.
Yeah, every motion that goes in the classroom is going to mess with the experiment. Okay. Or not experiment.
Yeah. I like this one. His name is Luca.
Why?
He lives on the second floor.
It's not science, Luca. This is not science.
Why?
No.
Oh my
because there's no scientific hypothesis and experiment.
Is there a natural cause and effect?
My definition. My explanation.
We've been through this many times, and I don't think we're going to go through it again. We're trying to go through the video, not trying to explain to you again how Cavendish is not science.
No,
it's crap in a dish. Pronounce that.
Comment I
crap in a
posted.
dish. I agree. Crap in a dish.
Comment I posted in private chat.
In simple terms, a number that tells us how strong gravity is between two objects of any size. Imagine you have 2 small lead spheres and 2 big lead spheres. The small spheres are on the end of a horizontal bar that can spin freely, like a seesaw. The big spheres are placed near the small ones, but not touching them.
Yeah, and then you get things called Bernoulli's principle. And air moves constantly in all directions. That creates a low pressure system between them, and it attracts the balls.
There's also statics too that would actually cause them to move toward each other. That would actually move the air.
There's so many
Because
variables. There's so many
You don't think
variables not
that-
taken into account here. It's
You
funny.
don't think those can be accounted for?
Oh my goodness.
Variables?
Again,
You're actually thinking
look how
that
we've been
those little
through-
balls have gravity inside them.
Yeah,
That is so retarded. And wow.
Well, I got to give them this. They actually showed the actual experiment in this example. A lot of the Cavendish. A lot of people.
It's a
just like two
demonstration,
balls.
not an experiment.
Yeah, sorry, demonstration.
Watch it, Roger.
I know.
But I mean, we've seen this demonstration where the balls go in the opposite direction. I mean, even the even the string they use, I think Cavendish used the quartz, but if you look at the fibers are
Twisted.
twisted to each other. Okay, so it's got a natural tendency to untwist that way.
That's right.
Who's this Mark Siegel guy?
Mark Siegel? They
Yeah.
also believe the Earth is 6,000 years old. No idea.
Assuming he's on another
Ryan,
channel.
I think he's on Ryan's channel.
No, he's not. I went in there. There's
Roger,
nobody
then
in
he's
there.
on Roger's channel then.
Let me go look.
God,
see if he's in there.
this guy's a moron. So he basically says we've never stepped foot inside of a science classroom. Thinks we're all
Do realize that everybody else isn't seeing that. So just so you know.
Oh, I know. But I just
Well-
wanted to kind of say something here, just so that he's clear. I'm an electronics engineer, so I don't know. I
You
haven't
need
to
science
step inside of a science classroom to do that, so I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I mean,
And yes, the Earth is 6,000 years
was
old
about-
because carbon dating is bullcrap.
I agree. Carbon dating
Yeah.
keeps having different dates for a reason because it is just, as you said.
I
bullshit.
also believe that the world could be between 6,000 and 10,000 years old. I don't think it's any more than 7,000 years old, but I'll leave a couple of thousand years just for just because.
I take what the Bible says, and if you take the genealogy,
It's about 7,000.
it's around 6,000 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's not in my channel, guys. I don't know where he is.
He's got
Well,
to be
Mark
moved.
Siegel, dude, if you want to come in and talk science, we'll do it.
Oh, I know who it is.
Who is
I
it?
bet you it's Disclord's channel.
No,
Okay.
it's not
Yeah,
linked.
no.
The only
It's
one's
not
linked is yours. Only one linked is yours and Rogers and my Twitch.
So,
So
it's
maybe it's
YouTube,
off-
it's YouTube, so
No, it says YouTube. Oh,
it is YouTube.
So it has to be Roger or Ryan.
Yeah, I got Super Sidewinder and
oh
Sandra.
my God, I'm
on
not
it.
an engineer. Oh, okay, that's fine. You can believe whatever the hell you want. That's what I do every day. So see ya.
That's weird. Because I've seen his work. Definitely engineer. Okay.
He's not
Yeah,
in
let's go.
Rogers. He's not in Rogers, definitely not.
But yeah, he's just trolling, guys. Let's go on.
Gravity then pulls the small spheres towards the big
Whoa,
ones.
whoa, whoa. I thought you said flat earthers don't understand gravity, but you do. Gravity doesn't pull. There is no pull in gravity. Einstein, which you showed on screen, so some music in the background.
Ryan.
Ryan.
No, it's
I'm Stone. I'm Stone.
He isn't mine. I got it. I'll handle it.
Yeah, he's in yours. And I'm
Okay,
not.
sorry,
I'm
I
not
had to
moderating
mute
yours.
him, Stone. There's a lot of background noise.
He said he'll
But
join.
what he was saying, he was showing general relativity and saying flat earthers don't understand gravity.
Mm.
The irony, now he's showing gravity as a force, saying it pulls. So he just
Gravity-
literally debunked himself. So he was.
Gravity
What, Luca?
can be treated like a force.
Oh my God.
Okay,
come on.
Luca, can I treat you like a dog?
Well,
Yeah.
no,
Well,
Yes, I can treat you
because
like a
I'm
dog.
not a
Does
dog.
it make you a dog? Does it make you a dog?
no.
So if I can treat something that's not a force as a force, does it make it a force?
no.
But it's very different.
Yeah. One's
You
a
want me to say
force,
any more
one's
of
not a
his-
force.
No, I mean like your analogy doesn't work because it's not the same.
Okay. Can a dog be a cat?
No, that analogy also doesn't work with gravity.
Oh wow! Can gravity
Well,
be
it's
parallax?
exactly the
Okay, can
same
gravity
analogy.
be parallax?
No, it's not.
It's the
It's
same.
not
is.
really.
Oh my
It's
goodness!
the same
Something that it's
analogy
not.
because it's the same analogy because the one is a force and the one is the total opposite, not a force.
Yeah,
So
Mark
does
wants-
Mark
Mark
want to
wants to
join
try
the
it.
panel here?
Gravity's never been a force.
Yes, Mark can come join the channel.
You-
Come,
you
Mark.
links it
Gravity
up.
has
You links it
gravity
up.
has never been a force.
And okay, Newtonian gravity never existed. I agree.
Then we'll throw it out then.
Well,
Bye.
Newtonian, he just described what he observed.
As a force.
He described it as a force
They're
because
literally trying to
that's what he
explain Cavendish
observed it to
now.
be.
They're trying to explain Cavendish now as Newtonian gravity based on a force that pulls objects towards each other.
He observed it to be a force. That's why he said F equals
How
ma.
can you observe it to be a bloody force?
Because it acts like a force.
Well, exactly. It acts like a force. How do you determine it acts like a force? How can you observe something that acts like a force? Dude, you're not making sense at all.
Because he witnessed pulling, basically.
Okay, let's carry on because we've been through
Yeah,
this.
let's do
It's because obfuscation tactics. Let's go.
Yeah.
This pull is very weak because the balls are small, but it's still there. As the small spheres are pulled, the bar moves
Again,
slightly.
it's not pulled because you brought up general relativity and then you told everybody flat earthers don't understand gravity, and now you are pushing an outdated force of gravity that doesn't exist.
It's an attractive.
Gravity is not a force. It's not an attractive force. It's not a force. It's an apparent observation based in the fourth dimension, which only appears to make things move in a straight geodesic. There we go. Not
That's
an actual
nonsense.
force, not a pull, not a force at all. Gravity is not anything other than a thought experiment by a dead guy. That's it. Okay, let's move on.
By carefully measuring how much the bar turns, we can figure out the strength of the gravitational force between the spheres. From this, we can calculate the gravitational constant and learn more about how gravity works everywhere.
So Isaac Newton's law of gravity. Okay. So now you're giving it a force again.
In the universe, and this includes the Earth itself.
What's up,
So
Ray?
while we can't, in 2024, fully explain everything about gravity,
You can't explain anything about gravity. You can only postulate what you believe it to be.
Yeah.
That's it. And your whole postulation is based on things falling to the ground. Because things fall to the ground, so therefore it's a force that have mass attracting mass, and therefore planets orbit different planets, and we have everything based on our R value, and therefore it just works. What do you think would have happened if they just taken that same thing and made it fairy dust? Could have got exactly the same things.
Yeah, you get the same measurements. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just the word. It's not. A force.
It's not gravity, guys. It's just fairy dust based on all the dead fairies throughout the centuries. The dead fairy dust happens to attract each other because of some particle matter. So, yeah. So therefore, we have a sphere now, and we have spheres all around orbiting each other in a space-violating, natural-violating vacuum.
Aye.
Yeah. All because it's fairy dust.
What's the cause of gravity?
There is no cause.
Gravity.
That's why it's not science.
Well, they'll tell you mass next, right? Mass will be the first cause of gravity. Then they'll say mass attracts mass.
But gravity causes gravity. Yeah.
Well, this is the thing. Since we've got a ball here, Luca, what is the cause of gravity? I agree. There is none.
Yeah, absolutely. No.
I agree too. Absolutely. Well said, Luca. Well said.
Yeah. Okay.
We can absolutely prove that it exists.
And
So
so
the
you
water
view
should be
it.
pouring into space then.
Everything should be pulled into space, into the so-called vacuum of space if there's no covering.
This is a popular talking point by flat earthers and one that is easily proven wrong. You see, when flurfs hear the word vacuum, they immediately think of a Dyson or
No, we don't.
By the way, a Dyson works on exactly that. High pressure to low pressure. You incompetent. Oh. Okay, how am I going to make this clear for the guy? A vacuum cleaner is still the same
I didn't have any background.
idea or physics that works with entropy. It's high to low pressure. A Dyson vacuum cleaner creates a low pressure. The air around it forces itself into the vacuum cleaner, which pushes all the dust with it.
One question for you, Flatzoid. Is there a container involved in that scenario?
Yes, it is on screen.
Weird, isn't it?
There's
a few containers involved in that, you know.
But you see, this is the thing that irritates me though with all these people. They always want to downgrade flat earthers, say how stupid they are, they don't know physics. But in the meantime, these are the biggest morons you get. Everything they say is literally kindergarten shit. It's stuff you deal with.
Is it though? I mean, you just hand wave it away, but
What am I hand waving away?
all of his evidence.
What evidence? He's saying you're a flat earther, you dumb, you don't understand when you say vacuum.
When did he say that? When did he say that?
He just said that. Those are his words.
Said you're dumb?
Wow.
Go back.
Everything should be pulled into space, into the so-called vacuum of space if there's no covering.
This is a popular talking point by flat earthers and one that is easily proven wrong. You see, when flurfs hear the word vacuum, they immediately think of a Dyson or a Hoover. You know, those household appliances
See how he
that
brings
physically
evidence?
suck in.
That's evidence, isn't it?
Vacuum of space doesn't allegedly suck either.
It pushes.
It doesn't.
The high pressure pushes to low pressure.
Exactly. It's not a suction.
Anything that gets caught in that cycle gets sucked into it. And it's trapped in a container.
So, yeah.
But he didn't exactly say we were dumb, but he's dumbing it down.
No, he
for us with
insinuates
alcohol
it. Let's put it this way. Insinuation. When you're saying he's talking about the second law of thermodynamics, what they think of is a vacuum cleaner. No, that's not what we think of. Although a vacuum cleaner describes it anyway because it's the same principle. Look, he's in here, Mark.
Oh.
Hey, Mark.
Oh. What's up, troll?
Just in time for me to leave.
Oh, thank you for coming, Roger, mate.
Later.
You rock. See you later, man.
I'll be listening.
Hello, Mark.
Mark.
Barely hear you, dude.
You sound like you're underwater. Well, while Mark's trying to sort out his technology, I was going to say thank you, Tony Whitcomb, for your £5 switch. I says if they would have done the test vertically, it would have just balanced equally. Also true. That's very true, Tony. Thank you very much for your super chat. That's based on Cavendish, if you guys haven't noticed. Thank you, Tony. You rock. Yeah, go on. You were saying, Mark?
Yes.
No, Mark.
I could.
Well said. Well said, Mark. I agree.
Okay, while Mike tries to work out how technology works, we're going to go on with the stream.
And debris. A vacuum in physics, however, is simply a space where there is no or relatively little stuff. Things are not sucked out into the vacuum of space. This is a very common misconception due to science fiction films showing blowouts.
Someone has their background music.
Well, last time we heard any of that, it was coming from you, Stone.
Yes.
I can't hear any background music at all.
Okay.
Yeah, everything's fine now. Mark, have you sorted out your technology yet?
I can't hear you. I'm not going to overtalk somebody.
You can't hear. Why can't you hear? You just answered us.
There's somebody else. There's a video.
We're asking you. Remember, you told us how dumb we are, so we're wanting to know how are we dumb, man?
Well, I would say, why would you think that the Torah should be read as a history or science book? What reasoning?
Who said anything about the Torah?
And who said anything about science?
Well, because you said that you believe in the Bible and you are young Earth creationists.
Okay, can anybody? And what did we say about the Torah or the Bible and anything in this conversation today?
Well,
Other
because I
than we
know
believe based on
I've had-
genealogy, the Bible 6,000 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6,000 years.
And we didn't say anything about being a science book either.
Nope.
Well, because you're young Earth creationist, you've admitted that you're young Earth creationist, and that belief comes from the Bible.
Yes.
And
you don't believe. So which ones are you? Or I can't really understand which ones you're. Okay, so who of you are the young Earth creationists and the flat earthers? Raise your hand.
All of us.
All of us.
All of you?
Yes.
Holy good God. Okay. So you're
Yes,
all
exactly.
Obviously not Luca. Luca's a Glober.
Hi, I'm a Glober. Yeah.
And M Stone is not. Will they say that? I don't think.
Fascinating.
What is your issue with a Christian flat earther anyway?
Okay, so why would you believe, since you're not Jewish and you've probably never stepped foot inside of a synagogue, and you never can I talk? Or you guys talk over
No
me?
one's saying anything.
Nobody said anything.
Who's talking? Who's talking?
Told you there's
You
background.
probably
Somebody's
have
got
your
black
sound
playing
from
in the
YouTube,
background.
and it's delayed.
Everyone's talking over each other. I can't.
No. You've got a lot.
No one's talking.
Everybody
Maybe you
was
should
quiet.
mute your YouTube and actually listen in Restream.
If you're hearing double voices, it's because you haven't closed the YouTube thing that you came from. When you came over here, it opens up a separate thing with Restream at the top. Close out the YouTube version and then you hear the echo.
Okay, so yeah, everybody mute YouTube while you're on the stream.
It's muted. We know how to do that.
Yeah, everybody close out YouTube.
Mark, you are the dumb guy coming in here, not understanding how things work. Please don't tell the rest of us that know what's going on, how to do things.
Well,
And yes, I'm going to be condescending to you because you were condescending to us in the chat. So, Mr. Dumb Mark, since you come in and be condescending to us, we, the dumb fluffers, are going to educate the dumb Mark what's going on here. What is the issue with
Guys,
flat
close
Earth
out
Christians
YouTube.
according to you?
I can't hear you. Everybody close YouTube out.
Nobody has it open. You are the one that has it
Somebody
open.
does.
Are you this dumb? Are you this dumb? You don't understand. It comes from you.
We do this every night. YouTubes are muted or not up at all. It's you that must have it open on a tab somewhere.
Don't worry, Norman. We're still going to get there because the guy definitely doesn't understand what's going on.
We do this every night. We've got no problems here. It's just him.
See how at the top of your screen it shows which windows are open? You just close all of them, but the one that says Live Studio Restream, that's the only one you should have open. Then you won't hear that echo, dude. That's all you have to do, bro.
Yeah, but
that's all you have to do.
this is why I get so frustrated and irritated with these idiots. They always want to be condescending and say how dumb flat earthers are. But when they come in, 90% of the time, they don't know how to work a mic. They don't know how to work Restream. They moan all the time. They talk over everybody, and they want to be condescending.
Holy shit, take a breath. Calm down.
Yes,
We're just trying
I will take a breath. It's my show, and I'm sick and tired of idiots like you being condescending, and you don't even know how to work your damn mic. And M Stone, please stop whistling, man.
Please not whistle. If you whistle, can you mute?
Yeah. Okay, go again, Mark. Now, what's the issue with flat Earth?
He still has YouTube open.
Okay. Last time I'm saying this. If you're going to say this one more time, I'm going to kick you. Nobody has YouTube open. There is nothing open. It's on your side if you've got an issue. So now, what is your issue with flat Earth Christians?
He's got a lag. It's a waste of time.
I know he does.
No, you do.
That's a long lag.
Not Flatzoid, you. It's only you that has the problem.
Guys, this is the best the globe has to offer.
What do you mean the best?
Me too.
Let's put it this way. The globe defenders are so dumb. My shit that falls in the toilet has more IQ points than you guys. That is how dumb you guys are. And I'm saying this as fact.
Do you think people need to come over here and debate you?
You can't debate. That's the whole point. We're shutting up so you can talk, and you can't even talk because you don't even know how to use a damn mic.
Nothing to debate.
Are you talking to me?
Lost a long time ago.
Both of you.
Oh,
thank you, Roger Ledwell, for your $2 super chat. Evo Todd are the bright bolt in the crate. Thank you for your super chat, Roger. Thank you very much. You rock.
Okay, so eliminating the Bible, what's your reasoning for a flat Earth? If the Bible didn't exist, what's your reasoning for the flat Earth?
Observation.
What observation?
Well, we don't observe a spinning Earth. We don't observe gravity. We don't observe curve. We don't observe a nature-violating space vacuum.
How do satellites work then?
There are no such thing as satellites in space.
What? This is so 2014, dude.
Okay, so how does the GPS on your phone work?
Triangulation.
It's ground.
Triangulation.
It's real simple.
Okay, so I used to.
Trilateration. It's trilateration.
So
wait,
what's
wait.
the most
It's
accurate you can get with
trilateration. Yes.
triangulation? The most accurate you can get through positioning with triangulation is I believe like a quarter of a mile.
He said trilateration. He corrected himself.
Read the chat.
Trilateration.
Still using cell towers, correct?
Yes, Lauren.
Okay. So
and balloons and weather balloons.
On your phone, you can actually test this.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
you know what I would like? Since you want to claim GPS works on satellites, can you prove to us? Can you prove to us if a space vacuum actually exists?
Wow. I agree. Okay. Go on.
Yeah, we launch satellites into space every day.
No,
what do you think Starlink is?
Prove that those satellites are going to a space that violates natural law, please.
Yeah, we that defies natural law?
The second law of thermodynamics, yes.
Yeah, entropy.
The law of entropy.
The law of entropy says that everything's going to be degrading.
No, that's not what it says. What the hell?
What, degraded?
So, can you show us how your globe can violate natural law?
One sec. So if you turn off location on your phone, that is your connection to the satellite. So if you turn off location on your phone, try to use GPS because that's your satellite connection.
Wow.
I actually used to work for Verizon. So you can still turn off location and you can still make a phone call and you can still send a text. So you're still connected to the towers, but try to use GPS on your phone. Try to open up Google Maps.
I'm going to ask this again. Can you provide us any evidence that you can have satellites in a place that violates natural law?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Of course, we have satellites. Of course, space is a vacuum. We have people flying up there right now. You can actually see the space station from Earth.
Oh, shut up! Shut up!
You don't think we can
Okay,
see
how
the
am I going to make
ISS
this?
from Earth?
How am I going to make this plain for you? Your space vacuum that you are claiming violates natural law. Can you show us any demonstration where this natural law can be violated to have your space humans, please, and your space
personally? Me personally, no. I'm not a NASA.
So it's a belief then.
Well, I believe that satellites exist because I'm using them every day.
So you believe they can be in a place that violates natural law.
I also studied geology in college.
But you have a problem with us that believe the Bible. Isn't that hypocritical?
Well, okay, first of all, I started to learn the Bible in Hebrew. I read the Bible in Hebrew, and unlike you, I learned from a rabbi. So for the last 1,000 years,
rabbis don't teach the Bible. They
Hold on.
teach the Talmud.
Just let me speak.
Rabbis teach the Talmud.
No, they do not.
Yes, they do. They're Jewish.
The Talmud is not the Torah.
The
You're
Torah
wrong.
is the Old Testament. The Talmud is the Jewish Bible.
No,
Yes.
Who told you that? I'm Jewish.
I don't care.
Are you Jewish?
What the hell are you talking about? That's like me telling you the Quran is a part of the New Testament.
Bereshit Elohim HaMashiach.
Oh my good God.
Hashemayim. What does Hashemayim mean?
I don't know. I haven't gone there since I was a little kid.
You're okay. What does Bereshit mean?
Wow. I don't know, but you learned off a rabbi.
What does Bereshit mean?
Fantastic.
You're not a practicing Jew, are you?
I couldn't because my synagogue closed down because there weren't enough Jews in my town to support it.
You can find another synagogue?
And what stops you from practicing yourself?
Exactly.
There was no. How am I going to practice without a synagogue?
Oh, goodness. You can't talk to God.
Wow.
I don't need a synagogue to talk to God. I don't need a Messiah. There's no demigod.
That's the point. That was my point. That was my point.
For the last 1,000 years, it's been a heresy in Judaism to read the Torah as a science or history book. That's not why God gave us the Torah.
No. Where have we ever claimed the Bible is a science book?
It's not.
Yeah, where have we claimed it?
No, we've never claimed that.
Well, that's what you use for your foundation for believing the earth is flat and the earth is 6,000 years old.
Okay, here, let me. I'm going to ask you one question here. All right, so do you think that what happened in Genesis and Exodus never happened?
Doesn't matter to Jews.
Really? Then how did you
Moses.
get your laws? Did the laws just magically appear?
God gave the laws to Moses.
Okay, so
Who
then
wrote
that's
Genesis and
the
Exodus?
that's
Wow.
true in there.
Wow.
The whole purpose for you guys don't understand because you're taught by a priest.
Allegorical. That's
Hold on 1 second.
where you are lost.
The whole reason, what was the purpose? Explain to me what's the purpose for the Torah? Why did God give us the Torah?
Hold on a minute. The guy wants
Why
to
did God give us the Torah?
What's up, man? Crisis.
Lead us to Christ.
Hey, I want to butt in real quick just so we can get back on topic. And I respect you, Flatzoid. I watch all your content with Sovereign and all the stuff that you're doing. I really appreciate your work you're doing. So he mentioned GPS. Let's get back on topic. GPS does not work for them because they go off of the Earth-centered, Earth-fixed coordinate system. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So science explains, math describes, right? So in the title, let's look at the explanation. And that is Earth-centered, Earth-fixed coordinate system. Okay? Now they say, oh, well, it's easier to treat the Earth as if it's stationary and fixed. But no, when you get into the first, second, and third order field equations, it actually states that in its description that the Earth does not move, and there's 1,000 volts per meter in rating of potential that increases in the elevation. Okay, and so what does that say? That says that the Earth does not move, and the sky is moving. Okay, that's a fact. That's with their system. Not us, not the flat earthers. Your model says that the Earth does not move and the sky spins according to trillions of dollars of technology. I'm a little worked up because I don't do this much, but I paid attention to you, Flatzoid. I looked into some things. The rest of your panel, y'all are stating facts. People don't want to accept it because what it does lead to. And if this guy's Jewish and this leads to the Bible, what's the problem?
Exactly.
And
well said,
biggest,
Cosmological.
It doesn't
well
lead
said,
to the
bro.
Bible. That's my point.
Yes, it does. It says in the Bible that it's
Guys, we've mapped the
pressed
inside
out,
of the earth.
pressed out like clay
Where have
under.
you guys been?
Pressed out like clay under a seal. You know why they don't
Right.
teach Louis Picard in school? You know why they don't? But the first man to go through the stratosphere, because his description of Earth said that it looked like a disc with turned up edges.
Turned up edges. Absolutely.
That's it.
Well said, Cosmological. Well said.
I remember it was like a few years ago, we were actually still doing a live stream talking about Louis Picard, and we had his paper on screen.
Exactly.
And literally while we were doing the live stream, they changed it. They took that part out that said he saw it like upturned edges. This was still on Nathan's show. This is like 5 years ago?
Okay,
Right.
Yeah. That's right.
So
While we were live on stream,
Guys, can I share my screen?
Yeah.
Yep. But
How do
I
I
do
do
challenge
that?
this guy to go look up the ECEF, Earth
How do I
centered,
share my screen?
Earth
Okay.
fixed coordinate system.
Okay.
At the bottom of the screen, Mark.
Shot, but I
bottom of the
appreciate you,
screen.
Cosmology. You rock, man.
Nice one,
But it's
dude.
true.
Nice one, dude. Well said, dude. But Mark, at the bottom of the screen, it says there's an arrow in the middle.
On a screen, and you
It
say
says if you hover over it, it'll say share screen.
I don't have that arrow.
You should have. Well, you can't.
Right in the middle.
Arrow.
There's 5 buttons
Right
on
in
the
the middle,
bottom
next
and
to the
one in the
camera.
middle.
It looks
Next
like
to
a
the camera.
television with an arrow in it.
And I
Are
do
you on
want
your
to say,
phone or on your phone or
I'm
your
on a laptop.
computer?
I would
This
like to say
age.
one last thing, and I do apologize for butting in, but I would like for this guy to understand. I don't know him, I don't judge him or anything, but really and truthfully, the fact of the matter of what this truly explains and describes is biblical cosmology, the true centralized geocentric Hebrew cosmology. So if you are
Right.
Jewish and you believe in
That's what
the
it is.
Hebrew, so that's
I'm not.
what this
Hey,
is.
by the way, I'm not denying that the what you guys would call, what Christians call the Old Testament, teaches that the Earth is flat. It
Torah.
absolutely does.
Right.
I'm not denying that.
Okay.
So then, if you're
But my
Jewish, why
point
are you
is
trying to
that-
throw it away then?
Because God didn't give us the Torah to serve as a science book to determine reality.
Well,
Okay,
no. But
Mark,
people
can I
that are
ask you a
lost,
question? I shouldn't
people
ask
that are
Mark a
lost
question
that do
though.
not know about the Torah, people that are lost, people that can't be reached in certain areas have to see something in a different way. Because what we do when we've been programmed and conditioned for many a year, it takes a different type of call heading. See, you can't go and defrag a computer just by putting in start. You have to put in a certain topic heading and have to press enter. And the thing about conditioning and programming, it becomes bond. It's part of your reality. And to see or hear anything at a
Right. Sorry.
We lost it.
Why it
Lost
broke
it.
up.
Right.
But Mark, I just want to
Mark.
ask. Wait, I just want to ask Mark something quickly, PJ, before you do that.
Yeah.
See, Mark.
I think it's funny that
you
Christians,
understand.
that there's a lot
You
of
would
Christians out
agree.
there who
You
think
would agree
that the Old Testament doesn't
Mark,
teach flat Earth. They're
Mark,
wrong.
Hey, I'm talking, dude. Mark,
Go
I'm
ahead.
talking, man. Would you agree that Moses spoke face to face with God?
we tried. No.
I don't face to face with God.
Yes,
He had
that's what
to
it
duck
says in
down.
He
Exodus.
heard the voice of God.
No, he spoke to God face to face in Exodus. He literally spoke to God face to face.
That is correct.
Well, he's never spoken to God in human form, but
Yes,
God's never been in human form.
God has
Pardon?
been in uniform. It's called Jesus.
Jesus. Yeah.
Jesus doesn't exist in Judaism. There's no such thing as a
Yeah.
demigod in Judaism.
The
Yeah,
Jews
he's,
actually
actually
killed
appeared many
Jesus for
times.
blasphemy. The Jews got Jesus crucified for blasphemy. So yes, he does exist in Judaism.
No,
But the point
no.
we're making now is Moses spoke face to face with God. God told Moses the cosmology. So did God lie or Moses lie?
I still can't find where the share screen is.
Right. I'm trying to show you.
You're showing it on screen to you.
You see what's on screen here? Right, where my cursor is to the right of the screen, right there in the middle, at the bottom of your.
Yeah, I don't see that.
Well, if you don't see that, then I don't understand why. I haven't got a clue.
There we go. See it a bit bigger?
I don't know if I don't have the rights or.
No, everybody has the same rights. How do you think PJ is
You do.
able to show
Oh,
you?
you have it, that's because he's got a maximum screen. Hit
Right.
exit full screen, take out your full screen, and then
Oh, there it
you
is.
go-
Now I got it.
There you go.
There you go.
But yeah, it was cool to see Cosmological. Thanks for coming, man. You rock. Would actually be great to have him on a stream sometime. I think we're gonna have some awesome conversation. But yeah, back to what I was saying, Mark. So would you say Moses lied or God lied?
Well, I would say the New Testament lied because.
No, but that's Old
Well-
Testament. That's got nothing to do with
Well,
New Testament. This
Here's
Exodus.
what's screwing you up. Let me explain what's screwing you up. Is Paul, John, and Luke promised in the New Testament that it's written in Jewish scripture that Jesus, that God says that faith in the Messiah is required to enter heaven, and the Messiah will rise from the dead after 3 days. That's never been written.
Do you know
Does-
Isaiah?
Does not exist
Mm.
in the.
Do
in
you know the
Old
book of
Testament.
Isaiah? It does. Do you know the book of Isaiah?
Very well.
Oh,
Do
really?
you? Yeah. So Isaiah prophesied about Jesus coming, and he
Where?
did it in very great detail. Even David
Where?
in his Psalms
Where?
22.
Psalm
So the-
22. Are you reading the Masoretic or the or the Septuagint that's in the King James?
The only Psalms 22 there is you can use your Torah if you want to.
Well, because the Jewish version is 22:17, and if you're reading a Greek version, which was corrupted by the church, it's 22:16. Which one are you reading?
It wasn't corrupted by the church. What are you talking about?
Sure, I do. If you read the Jewish Bible in the original Hebrew, it's 22:17.
I'm going to go to the Jewish Psalms 22. Okay.
Go ahead. Look up Masoretic text and let me know what it says.
Okay, which scripture are you talking about? What verse and line?
On the Masoretic, Jews don't read King James. Jews don't read a Bible.
I'm not
attached
reading
to
the
another
King
religion's
James.
Bible the same
I'm
reason
not
that-
reading the King James. Tell me what verse and chapter.
Psalm 22:17.
Psalm
Okay.
22.
Okay. There we go. I got your Jewish Bible up. Okay. Tell him. Chapter 22. Can I read it through to you? Can I read it for you, Mark?
We're scroll down.
I've even got in Hebrew here for you as well.
Scroll down
to 17.
I'm reading the whole scripture. It's not just 17s. Okay, so.
Well, I need to see what verse it is.
Psalm chapter 22. It's literally on screen. There we go. Telahim, Psalms chapter 22.
It looks like that's the interlinear. Is that the
Do you
interlinear
understand-
Bible?
Do you understand David wrote Psalms? King David.
Psalms is poetry. I mean, it's a poetic chapter.
Written by King David.
Poetic book.
Written by King David.
I don't know who. I don't think there's an actual.
Yes. Okay. Anyway,
author
King
assigned to
David wrote
Psalms.
Psalms. David wrote Psalms. Okay, and this is about 1,000 years before Jesus. Okay.
Well, not quite, but okay.
700 years, I think. Anyway. For the conductor on the Eliath Asher, a song of David. My God, why have you forsaken me? You are far from my salvation and my words and my moaning. What did Jesus say when he was on the cross? PJ can say this.
Say again. So where am I?
What did Jesus say on the cross?
Eloi, Eloi,
I don't know,
lama
it's open for each
sabachthani. Hold on.
Mark, wait. Listen.
Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani. My Lord, my God, why have you forsaken me?
There we go. So that is Jesus saying that 700 years later. My God, I call out by day and you do not reply, and by night I do not keep me silent. But you are holy. You await the praises of Israel. Our ancestors trust in you. They trust you and rescued them. They cried out to you and escaped. They trusted you and they were not ashamed. Not shamed. But I am a worm and not a man, a reproach of man despised by peoples. Was Jesus despised by people?
Sure was.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
All who see me will mock me. That's Jesus. They will open their lips. They will shake their head. One should cast his trust upon the Lord, and he will rescue him. He will save him because he delights in him. This is literally about Jesus, just to let you know, Mark.
Sure.
For
if
you
say.
drew me out of the womb. You made me secure on my mother's breasts. Upon you I was cast from birth. From my mother's womb you are my God. Do not distance yourself from me, for distress is near, for there is none to help. Great bulls have surrounded me. The mighty ones of Bashan encompassed me. They opened their mouth against me like a tearing roaring lion. I was spilled like water, and all my bones were separated. My heart was like wax melting within the innards. My strength became dried out like the potsherd, and my tongue cleaves to my palate, and you set me down in the dust of death. For dogs have surrounded me, band of evildoers has encompassed me like a lion. My hands and feet, I tell about my bones, they look like a gloat over me. They share my garments among themselves and cast lots of my remnant.
Boom.
Do you know what everything has just been said there?
Well, it says at the very beginning, it's a psalm about David.
This is a prophecy about Jesus to the T. Jesus had said, my God, why has he forsaken me? When he was on the cross. He was beaten. His bones were broken. His blood was spilled. They even tore his garments and cast lots on them afterwards. Everything here is a detailed description of what happened at Jesus' crucifixion. Do you know that?
Absolutely. The dogs were the
No.
Romans. They
But the
cast
Christians
lots.
wanted you to believe that. Open up the King James version.
No.
that
Not
same
what
verse.
Christians. We haven't even moved on to the New Testament yet. This
No.
is
I want
to
you to
the
open up
T
the
what
exact
happened. This is
chapter
to the
in the
T what happened
King
at
James
Jesus'
version.
crucifixion. You want to go read some hostile witness
No,
manuscript
I want
as
you to
well.
open up the exact same chapter in the King James.
Okay, it's the same.
Open up Psalms 22 in the King James version.
Okay.
Keep sharing.
Of course, I'm going to keep sharing.
What's the problem, dude? Keep sharing.
You'll see.
Okay, there we go. Got it on. Okay.
Okay. Just
My
go
God,
down
my
to,
God, why
Psalm-
hast thou
let's go down to
forsaken
verse
me?
16. You don't need to read the whole
We're
thing.
reading
Go
the whole
down
thing.
to 16.
Whoa. We're reading the whole
No.
Psalms. you just
Read
read.
context. Read context first.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
just
yeah,
go
yeah,
straight
yeah.
to the scripture.
Okay.
So,
You're saying
my
it's wrong
God, my
because it's
God.
off by one verse, because in the Hebrew they show the verse 1 as to the chief musician upon Aeleth Shakar, a Mizmor of David. So you're being deceitful.
Who, me?
Okay, yeah. Because
No,
it says,
it's fine.
16 says, for dogs have encompassed me. And on the other one, it'll say it's at verse 17.
For 17,
So,
yeah.
Yes, the
You know
King
what?
James
That's-
switched the verses, but what is now it's 16 in the King
I'm
James.
sorry,
What does
I wanna
James
ask
Yeah, I
say?
just told you the reason.
I just told you.
No.
But
They
They
changed
make
the
verse
text.
1
What does the text
to
say?
the chief musician upon Aeleth Shakar, a Mizmor of David. Read it. Go back to the
Yeah, I'll
top
go
of the
back
other
to it,
one,
sure.
Flats.
What did
It'll
they
say
do?
you heard that as verse 1. For the conductor there. They make
I
that
don't care
verse
about that.
1.
I care about
Okay.
verse 16 in the
Wait.
King James.
Wait, do we
Oh
see
my
that in
God,
one
you're so
year? What is
retarded.
number 1 year?
What does verse 16 say in
This
the
is
King
King.
James?
Wait, no. This is King James, Mark. What does King James
closed-minded.
22
Read
verse 1 say?
22:16. Jesus God, how tough is
Listen.
this?
Wait, hey,
Mark.
listen. Would you not blaspheme, please?
Yeah.
Read 22:16.
Jesus God.
Mark.
What does
Again,
22:16 say?
they are not swapped around. They are just moved in different.
It changes the text. What does it say?
Oh my
It
God.
doesn't change. Look what it says.
Oh, it doesn't.
Your Bible.
What is
There we
what
go.
does
Look what. Let me see
22:16
what
say
maybe this
compared to
guy
that
can't read.
version right
Okay,
there?
Mark, I'm going to say this again because now you're being dishonest, man. What does it
I'm not
say
being
here
dishonest.
for verse 1? What does it
Okay,
say for verse
look.
1?
It's
What are you?
22,
Are you deaf?
17 in the Hebrew. It's
What does it
22:16
say
in the
for
King
verse
James.
1, Mark? What does it
What
say
does
for
the
verse
King
1,
James
Mark?
say in 22:16?
What
It says
does
he
the verse?
pierced my hands and
Yeah.
feet.
It's because it's
We
off by one
know,
verse.
we're
It's not
telling you
prophecy.
why.
Okay, I get it.
They added the word pierced to make it sound like Jesus.
Listen. What does verse 1 say here? Verse 1. Can you zoom it in more for you? For the conductor on the Eliath Hashahar, a son of David, Song of David. That's verse 1 in the Torah. Okay? In the Talmud. Let's move to King. Does it say the same?
Same
Does
in
it say
what?
the same in King James?
The King James doesn't change all of the verses. King
Does
James
it say
uses
the
Septuagint in
same?
certain spots where it benefits them.
It's a simple question. Does it say the same in the first verse?
You'd have to put it side by side. I don't know.
No, it doesn't say the same. I'm going to go back again.
Sorry, Amstone. Why have you changed your name to having poo poo in my hands? What's that all about? That's just stupid.
Anyway,
Are you mocking me?
Okay.
No,
For
I'm
the
saying it's
conductor
stupid.
of the Elid Hashacha, a song of David. Does
The
that
King
say
James
it
Version
in
does
the
the
King
same
James?
thing in Isaiah 53. They changed
Does
the
that
text. They
say?
did the same thing in
Does
Isaiah
that?
9:6. They changed the text.
Are you even listening to what we're saying? This is why I'm calling you dishonest. Does verse 1 say the same as the King James here? The answer is no, Mark.
No.
No. So can we count now? Okay?
No, because the
So
King
remember,
James Version
this-
didn't care about the original text. All they cared about was selling Jesus.
No.
There's more versions than the King James.
There's much more versions than just the King James, mate.
Okay, was the King James made before Jesus came?
No.
Huh?
No.
Was it?
Way after.
That's how you're
why they
so
added
stupid.
The King James. I mean, like, I don't know. There's been
Oh my
so many
God!
changes to the
You know
New
what? You're
Testament.
arguing about the
added...
stupid King James. You're arguing about the stupid King James. It's so moot. And like, you know what?
But off topic. Way off topic. Yeah. Way off topic.
Wow. You're just
my problem.
You have such a closed mind that it actually saddens me. You know, I will
with
pray
the New
for your
Testament
soul.
is that it makes promises of what's written in the Old Testament that aren't there. Nowhere in the Old Testament does it say that faith in the Messiah is required to enter heaven, and that the Messiah will rise from the dead after 3 days.
Okay.
That's Luke 24.
Okay.
Those are verses. That's 1 Corinthians. It's promised by the New Testament. The New Testament used those verses as collateral that the stories of Jesus are true, and they've never been written.
Okay, Mark. I've got the ESV here. This isn't King James. What does it say here?
And which one?
This is ESV, not King James. What does it say here?
ESV.
For dogs encompass me, a company of evildoers encircles me. They have pierced my hands and feet. Okay?
Right.
Great. Is this the King James?
No.
Great. So why are you attacking
it's
the King James?
It's not just the King James. A lot of Christian versions do this. Because they use it's from the Septuagint. They use the Septuagint where it benefited Christianity. So that's actually, if you look up the Septuagint, that's where they got it from. Okay. It doesn't come from the Hebrew. You'll never find that written in Hebrew. Yeah, it was that was translated from the Greek to Hebrew, but not the Masoretic text that we found in the Dead Sea Scrolls. In the Dead Sea Scrolls, it never says pierced.
I'm gonna
just like in the Dead Sea Scrolls, Isaiah 7:14 never says a virgin. That's an invention.
Without saying anything about the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Well, the Dead Sea Scrolls we have that's 200 years older than where Jesus came from, and so we know Christians made shit up.
Do you understand? Do you know the actual definition of a virgin is someone who's not undergone the process of puberty yet? It doesn't necessarily. No,
not in the Jewish Bible.
No, it doesn't.
Virgins used a lot in the Old Testament. Look it up.
It doesn't necessarily mean that.
Betula is Hebrew for virgin. Alma is what's used in 7:14. Alma means young woman. It doesn't mean virgin.
Okay.
If you
there we go. You say it's not written in Hebrew.
They don't believe that anymore.
You say pierced is not written in Hebrew. There's the pierced in Hebrew. I got the Strongs up.
What is that?
Strong's 83738. Kara.
What's kara?
Pierced. In English, it would be translated as pierced. This is from Hebrew.
Yeah, that's not in the Masoretic.
It comes from Psalms 22 Hebrew. You said it's not written in Hebrew anyway.
Look it up and see. You just had this king. You had the CBJ. See if that word.
I had word is in the CBJ. As well.
It's not in there.
You have it in it.
You have the complete Jewish Bible. See if
well,
that
in other
word
words, guys.
is in.
In other words, he doesn't think that Korah is in the Jewish, but I literally just took it from the Jewish Bible.
No. You just looked up a Jewish word.
No, I didn't. It's the Strongs. Do you know what a Strongs is? Do you know what a root word means?
Yes. Look up to see if it's in that verse. It's not in the verse.
So,
pierced. There we go. H3738 and 8738.
Right. And the fact that it's 2216 proves that it's not the Jewish Bible. You're looking at a Christian version.
Again.
It's never 22:7. It should be 22:17 in the Masoretic.
We just explained to you why it was written that way.
In Septuagint.
Look at verse 1 in the English translations, and then look at verse 1 in the Torah.
Guys.
It's literally giving a title for the Torah, and it starts as verse 1 on the English translations as 2.
Here, so you guys can grasp this. Look up
1. Listen.
2 starts as 24:46.
2 starts as 1 in the English translations. That doesn't change what is being written in the whole of Psalms of David. From beginning till end, it all stands firm of exactly prophesying what happens to Jesus when he gets crucified. Okay? You being dishonest now and saying it doesn't say that is just you saying nuh-uh.
I'm not just saying nuh-uh. It doesn't exist in the text.
You are saying nuh-uh.
You have the text right there.
You are saying nuh-uh.
Yeah. Like Cosmological says something. He talks sense. He talks sense.
Well, basically, I'm going through the same kind of deal right now with a guy I've been working with for about 3 months. And the thing is, when a person decides to disregard information through conditioning or what they physically believe in their reality, and it goes against just that, they will not see. It's called ideological subversion. And a person will get to a point where they believe it so definitely that it doesn't matter what proof, what truth, and what empirical evidence you have. Sorry, I'm not finished.
Tell me where the word pierced is.
Sure.
You just look for the word.
Dude,
I'm speaking in general over the whole topic. You've tried to hold on. You've refuted and rebutted every aspect of it. Then you're met with something that shows you to go look into the ECEF, and you don't even have a rebuttal against that though. What is your so would you concede if there is a system with our GPS called the ECEF, and it is stated as such scientifically saying Earth-centered, Earth-fixed?
So you're
would you
moving off of
concede
this.
to say,
You don't want to try to find that Jewish word that you just looked up in this text, do you?
Hold on, I'm just jumping in. I'm just jumping in.
Shut up and let Cosmological talk.
Not there.
Getting to the heart of the matter of getting to the heart of the matter of what this topic is purely about, which does lead to the Bible, but getting back to the heart of the topic. So would you concede to say, if there is an Earth-centered, Earth-fixed coordinate system, wouldn't that be kind of questionable?
Mm-hmm.
What are you asking again? I'm sorry.
Genuinely speaking, honestly, okay? If there is an Earth-centered, Earth-fixed coordinate system that's trillions of dollars of satellites run off of, would that be a red flag to you?
Well, Elon Musk spent billions doing it. So what do you want to know? I mean, what are you saying?
My point exactly.
If you look online, you can see. I mean, he's launching them almost on a daily basis. So I mean,
I didn't say that we wouldn't. Now, all that I don't believe anything I see on TV. If I'm not there firsthand, it's amazing though when they let the shuttle takes off, they have to be 10 miles away. But according to the SpaceX,
they have a GoPro on. They have a GoPro right on the rocket. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know.
Did you guys see the latest with the catching the rocket, the tower? Catching the rocket?
Oh my word!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
It's like playing baseball with a rocket.
Believe that shit. I can't believe it.
There were people on top of the rocket outside it.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they caught the rocket.
Just when you think it doesn't get more ridiculous.
I know. And there's people that believe this. This is how bad it is, man. I mean, it's not even good. This wouldn't even be good Saturday morning.
You don't believe you can't believe what your own eyes show you?
It's a video. Did you see it with your own eyes, you fool?
Come on.
Did you believe if you see Superman, when you saw Superman, did you believe, hold on, wait. You saw Superman fly around, right? Do you believe that Superman flies around?
No, because our CGI.
Well, then why? Why? Wait, why? Why not? You saw it with your own eyes.
You really think that our CGI, our best CGI from movies, can match live stream video?
Live stream video? How do you know it was live stream?
How do you know?
Because it said live on the thing?
Yes.
Wow, dude.
Crazy. Yeah.
You're easy. You're fucking easy. If they would have put a NASA logo on the movie Gravity, you would have believed it. Let me show you something. Let me
tell
just
you
show
how
you
your
something.
cell phone works. Location is what connects you to the satellite. Turn off location and work.
Panel.
You're right.
He can't see it.
No,
if you're correct, you should be able to turn off location.
He can't see it, folks.
And you'll still be able to communicate to the cell towers.
Hey,
so
hold
you'll
up.
still be able to use navigation.
Hold on. You think this is real? Watch.
Dank jy vir die emmer vol.
Do you think this is real?
Oh my god.
Hold on. Look at it glitching.
Do you think it's real?
I just glitched.
Oh my good god.
Wow. Unbelievable.
There's no
Location
way
on your
that the
phone.
smoke would even.
Whoa. Why is it going left and right? Wait.
Do me a favor.
The whole
and
thing's
You know,
everybody-
there's people down there, right? You know, there's people that watch these go up, right?
Hold up. Here's something that you probably didn't ask yourself yet. Who the fuck is filming that?
No, man. Gosh, that's not older than Methuselah.
Who's filming it? Think about it. Who?
Salve come out of left
Guys,
field with the straight facts.
If you turn off
Yeah,
location
maybe
on your
it's already
phone,
been
you
established.
can
They
still
had
call your
camera.
friends,
Never
and you can
mind,
still
bro.
say.
Really?
Wow, I love how it shakes like that.
So, like, you
So
just
if you
found
turn
Matt
off
Boylan.
location, you're still communicating to the cell towers. Why
Okay.
doesn't
Okay.
GPS work if the location's turned off?
Well,
But I can
GPS,
still
I live in the
communicate to
bush,
cell
mate.
towers?
Mark, I live in the bush, and I can tell you GPS is not very good here. So anyway.
Well, that's why you should
I've got-
sign up for Starlink. That's why
You see
Elon
what I've
launched
got
those
here?
satellites.
I'm going to send you this link as well, Mark, in the private chat, okay? So you can go read it through yourself.
Here's what I wanted to
Shout
show
out to
you guys.
Shout out to
Can you
David
guys see
Beverly.
this?
What
Shout
is it,
out to
20
David.
What was it? 24 drones.
Shout out
Can
to
you see
David
this?
Beverly. Shout out to
24
David Beverly.
3 times a day.
It was a
Can
really
you guys
awesome
see my
stuff.
screen?
No, I've got my screen on. I'm trying to show you why it says the way it does based on Hebrew. Because you say it doesn't say it in the Hebrew text, which it does. I'm going to tell you why it shows this. The
Well,
Hebrew
I
word
just showed you the direct facts.
karu
So
is found in one
of looking,
verse.
this is a typical Christian
Listen,
move. Instead of
the
just going
Hebrew
right to the
word-
Bible, you're going to pull up
There
a
we
Christian
go. The
commentary.
Hebrew word. Why are you talking?
That's great.
The Hebrew word karu is found in one verse, Psalms 22:17.
Here's the text.
Verse 16 in Christian Bible. Yes, I know there are many out there who are saying no. That is not the word in Psalm 22:17. It is the word kari. But hear me out. Let's begin with defining these two Hebrew words. The word kari in Hebrew is ari, meaning lion, with a prefix of k, meaning like. So, kari means like a lion. The word karu is the Hebrew verb for kar, meaning to dig, or possibly to pierce. The meaning of this word is determined by examining other semantic languages that do use this word. When the letter vav is added to the end of the verb, it identifies the verb as perfect tense, similar to a past tense and the subject of the verb and third person, masculine plural. So this verb would be translated as they dug or they pierced. If Psalm 22:17 is translated with the word karu, then it would read as, "For dogs will surround me, the assembly of evil ones encompass me, they pierced my hands and feet." If, on the other hand, we translate this verse with the word kari, then it would read as, "For dogs will surround me, the assembly of evil ones encompass me, like a lion are my hands and feet." Okay? Then it says, Bible translators and scholars use a process called textual criticism to determine the original wording of a given passage by comparing all the ancient manuscripts. The Hebrew word karahi, like a lion, is the word found in the Masoretic Hebrew text in the verse. However, in the Dead Sea Scrolls, the ones you brought up, which is 1,000 years older than the Masoretic Hebrew text, the letters Yud and Vav look almost identical. So it is possible from the Dead Sea Scrolls to read the word as karu or karai. Also, the Septuagint, a 2,000-year-old Greek translation of the Hebrew Bible, for this phrase reads, I can't read Greek, so I can't tell you that, which means they have dug my hands and feet. It reads with a Hebrew spelling of karu, they dug. So in summary, the Jewish translation of like a lion agrees with the Masoretic text, and possibly the Dead Sea Scrolls, and the Christian translation of they dug or pierced agrees with the Septuagint and possibly the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Not the
For
Dead
those
Sea.
who criticize the Christian translation for being mistranslation of the Masoretic text, this is not the case. It is a matter of different conclusion based on textual criticism.
So, in other words, the Masoretic text, which is considered by all to be the superior translation, does not
In the
say
Dead Sea
pierce.
Scrolls?
So the only time it's going to say pierce is in a Christian Bible.
The Dead Sea Scrolls said too.
Believe in that.
Didn't you just read that? The Dead Sea Scrolls said too.
That Psalms is not in the Dead Sea Scrolls, so that's not true. That's
yes,
correct.
it is. Yes, it is. Literally, it's telling you it's in the Dead Sea Scrolls.
No. They said
and
they
it's
said
in the
similar
Septuagint.
words, but Psalms is not in the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Want to show that?
However,
So
in the Dead
here's,
Sea
here's
Scrolls,
Isaiah 7. Hey guys, here's Isaiah chapter 7. This is in the Dead Sea Scrolls, and in the Dead Sea Scrolls, this is what it says: a young woman is with child. It never says virgin in the Dead Sea Scrolls. That is because the Greek mistranslated young woman into virgin. You'll never see say virgin in anything written in Hebrew.
Really?
Really?
It'll never say virgin. Oh, interesting.
It will in a Christian Bible.
Anywhere in any of the text?
It will in a Christian Bible, not virgin? In a Jewish Bible. No, because here it says Alma.
So the word virgin is never used throughout the whole text, all of it.
It's used a lot in the Old Testament, but it's used with the word betula, not Alma. Alma means young woman. This is Alma. It means young woman. Okay. Betula is used all the time.
We're just getting into a Bible argument now.
The virgin means betula.
A woman, like that means a woman that's not of a flower.
My Bible's better than yours.
I mean, not yet ready.
Exactly. Isn't a young woman usually a virgin?
A young woman doesn't have to be a virgin. A young woman can already have, like, for example, if you read in the beginning of the chapter, the woman who's described in verse 14 already gave birth to a son.
Okay. So Dead Sea Scrolls, man. Dead Sea Scrolls. Wait.
What about Joseph being a bit pissed off that his wife was pregnant to the Holy Spirit? What about that?
Yeah. Remember, Mark, I just asked you. You said the Dead Sea Scrolls don't have Psalms 22.
Your son. She already had a son, guys. She was already a mother.
Okay, Mark. All you've been showing straight on since the beginning is you want to sound intelligent, but you don't really know what's going on. Okay.
Have you even read those books? You think you're just going by what someone's told you, haven't you?
Out of context.
Wow.
This is the Dead Sea Scroll translations, dude. Psalm 22 is in the Dead Sea Scrolls. You said it's not there.
If it is, that's news to me.
Okay, so the Dead Sea Scrolls say it's pierced.
Oh, wow.
Oh, so it's older. Older than your Torah that you read.
That it's even in there.
It's in there. Got on screen.
Dead Sea Scrolls Bible translations. Yes. What does that say? Psalm 22. Oh, interesting. Why don't you get your facts straight before you even open your mouth? That's what your problem is. You think you sit there and you spout out something that someone's told you and you take it as truth. And then you don't, and then you realize, oh, I'm wrong, but you still won't admit it. There's a thing called humility. You know what?
Not one there.
Well, Ironworks, thank you for your $2 sticker, man. I really appreciate it. Sorry, I didn't see it earlier. Really appreciate it. Good to see you. Shout out to Ironworks. Woohoo.
Wow.
There's Ironworks.
Oh, you want to show something on screen?
Every time he's got a stream, something comes up that I can't get up there on it.
The problem with these streams is it's when I'm sleeping. But yeah, sorry, I just had to point out. Oh, Ironworks also sent a $2 super chat. It says, pure character turning around, waving his hand, saying, hey, you, while lowering his glasses. Hey, Ironworks, good to see you, man. Thank you very much for the super chat.
Yeah, Peacock say the same thing. Hey, you!
But yeah, the point is that Psalms, King David, when he wrote the Psalms, he actually had a prophecy about Jesus, okay? Long before Jesus was even there. This is the unfortunate truth I see with Jews today. They don't want to accept the Messiah because the Bible actually talks about the Jews accepting the Antichrist as the Messiah, which is the sad truth. So you might want to look at your text and see, yes, Jesus was the Messiah you've been waiting for your whole life, dude.
Well, why would you say he's the Messiah when he failed the messianic prophecies?
Well, no, he didn't. Where did he fail it?
Isaiah 2:4, Isaiah 10:9.
And how did he fail them? Be explicit.
He did not bring peace to the world. He did not bring exiled Jews back to.
Do you know what the millennial reign is?
AD A second coming does not exist in the Old Testament. Christians made it up.
Do you know what the millennial reign is?
No.
That will be the 1,000-year Jesus reign, peace to the world. That still has to come.
So it hasn't happened yet.
No, because the Antichrist first has to pronounce himself in the third temple, the son of perdition. Do you know why they're building the third temple?
Where is there a second coming in the Hebrew Bible? Where does God say that the Messiah will get a second coming loophole to come back and get it right because he failed the messianic prophecy?
He didn't fail. Jesus specifically.
I just gave you prophecies that he failed.
Hey,
you know what Passover? You know why Passover was? You know why there's actually Passover? Do you celebrate Passover, Mark?
Yeah.
Do you know why you celebrate Passover?
Oh, are you going to tell me that the blood of the lamb was to forgive sins? That's not in there.
Jesus
You
is the
should
blood
read
of
it
the
again.
lamb. Jesus is the blood of the lamb, man.
The blood of the lamb did not forgive sins. Read it again.
Mm-hmm.
Where? Okay, give me a chapter. I'll give you some time. Give me a chapter and verse where the blood of the lambs forgave the sins of the Jews. Go for it. I'll take your time.
Okay.
Take your time.
You really don't read your Torah, do you?
Take your time. Take your time.
Remember, Jesus.
All throughout the Old Testament, God forgives sins without human sacrifice. Human sacrifice is forbidden by the God.
Okay, Cain and Abel. Sorry,
we're not talking about Cain and Abel. Show me within the story of the Passover.
Whoa! I'm going
God
to say
forgave sins by the blood of the lamb.
Did God accept Cain's offering or Abel's offering?
Exactly. I'll tell you why.
No. You just contradicted the Torah again. Did God accept Cain's offering or Abel's offering?
He forbids human sacrifice.
What the heck?
No,
the God of Israel does not.
He forbid human sacrifice.
The God of Israel does not permit human sacrifice.
Did Abel do human sacrifice, or did he sacrifice first of his flock?
Oh my goodness!
Without blemish.
You don't even know that verse.
You're trying to just bring up verses at random instead of.
Dude, I'm going to educate you on your own religion here. Do you know Jesus is the first
story of Cain and Abel
begotten son? Wait.
Nothing to do
you know
with human
why?
sacrifice.
You know why? Do you know why this is important? Because every Jew does offering of the firstborn animal without blemish. Jesus is the only begotten son, the firstborn of God with no blemish. He had no sin.
Are you giving up on the
Passover? I'm getting it. I've just got sidetracked by trying to find out because you're saying things that are not true.
Okay. The reason, while you're looking that up, I'll tell you the true reason for the blood of the Passover. While you're looking that up.
I've got a few here, by the way.
The reason why the Jews sacrificed the lamb is because the lamb was a holy animal to the Egyptians,
and
similar
Jesus
to how
is the lamb
is to the Indians.
And Jesus is the lamb. He's known as the lion and the lamb.
So God, and it was a show of devotion to God to kill the lamb and sacrifice the lamb. It was not to forgive sins. Where you're wrong is that the blood of the lamb was designed to forgive the sins of the people, and that does not happen. The blood was never used to forgive sins. That's where Christians are wrong. You were lied to by your priest. Or
no,
pastor.
What priest? I don't have priest. I don't have
what
a priest.
Priest are you talking about?
Or reverend, whoever.
I don't have a priest.
Reverend, whoever. Pastor, whoever.
Okay. Exodus 32.
Never used for
Exodus 32:32. Exodus 32:32. Yet now, if thou wilt wait, forgive their sin, and if not, blot me, I pray thee, out of the book which thou hast written.
Am I still sharing here?
Do you know who they're talking about?
Hold on.
Leviticus. Huh.
Leviticus as well.
Yeah.
Okay, what did you...
Thou shalt do with the bull as he did with the bull to the sin offering. So shall he do with his. The priest shall make atonement for them, and they shall be forgiven.
Oh, what? No, it doesn't mean that they're not.
No, it doesn't say in the Old Testament.
Oh, okay.
No, definitely not.
Okay, what
if
chapter
someone
and
brings a
verse?
lamb as their sin offering, they are to bring a female without defect. They are to lay their hand on his head and slaughter it for a sin offering.
But that's not the Passover story.
No, you didn't ask about the Passover story. You asked in the Old Testament do they talk about atonement for sins with sacrifice?
There's animal sacrifices, but not human sacrifices. Oh my gosh!
Who said human? Jesus, no, God never spoke about human sacrifice as a good thing. Where are you getting this from?
Well, you guys believe that
do you know
human
the
sacrifice
do you know
is the
the story
replacement for the laws of
do you
the
know the
Torah.
story? Do you know the story of
You mentioned
Isaac?
you're the one who brought up Passover,
Okay.
not me.
Do you understand how that whole have you even read the New Testament at all?
I have. That's why I'm not Christian.
Cosmological, you're
Oh
mirrored.
my God!
You're mirrored, so we can't.
No,
really-
you definitely haven't
You
read
should
the New
you
Testament.
should actually read all of the prophets and then read the New Testament, and you'll see how closely related they are. They are like, there's been people that have actually been read prophets, and they go, which one is this, the Old Testament and the New Testament? And when they read from the old prophets, they all said, oh, that's New Testament, because it was speaking of Jesus. And then they showed them, no, it's actually from the Old Testament. Because
and the Muslims say the same thing that they say the Old Testament's talking
oh
about.
God,
Muhammad.
okay, don't even bring Muslims into this, because they have, yeah, sorry, they're a satanic.
Okay.
Well, they make the same claim.
No, they don't.
No, they don't. No, don't
They
ever
don't?
say the
No,
Muslims make
no,
the
they're
same
not
claim.
even close to the same at all.
They claim that the Old Testament is prophesying Muhammad.
No,
Bullshit.
There is no Old Testament of Muhammad. There's no New Testament of Muhammad. Muhammad is literally pagan.
Yeah.
It says in the
got
Quran that
nothing to do
Jesus
with
wasn't
Christianity.
Oh
crucified.
God, because it says in the Quran. You want to know how many different hadiths there are? It's so stupid. It's not even funny.
Mark,
Well,
do you
why
know,
would you believe
according
if
to
it
Islamic
says
texts,
in the
the
New
Christians, us, the Gentiles, and you, the Jewish, are the worst of creatures. We are less than creatures. Do you know that?
What are?
You, the Jews and the Christians, are the least of creatures.
Who are you talking to?
This is got to do with Islam. You don't even want to go into Islamic text and be a Jew. Believe me.
Well, of course. I'm what do you think? I'm an infidel to them. I mean, of course.
We are too.
What do you think of that?
I'm even the worst infidel. I'm a Jew.
No, we are even worse.
I'm worse than you.
No, we are worse. Do you know we would be the ones to be the sacrifice so they can have a chance to go to Jinnah?
There's no way they hate you more than me. There's no way.
You've never read the Islamic text, mate. Anyway,
Shit, no,
do you see
I'm
what I
never
got
gonna
on
waste my
screen?
time with that
Do you
crap.
see what I got on screen? Exodus 32. Do you know what this is about?
Yeah, but you know that God abolished the sacrificial system.
Whoa. I asked you a question. Do you know what this is about?
There's two types of sin forgiveness. Blood is the weakest form.
Oh man,
Blood
I'm asking a
sacrifice
simple
is the way
question.
to-
No, dude. I'm
it's
asking
the
a simple
weakest type
question.
of sin.
I'm asking a simple question. First of all, who was Moses talking to on the mountain?
God.
Jesus. Great.
No.
So,
No.
yes.
Jesus is never mentioned in the Torah or anywhere.
Yes.
In this.
Yes.
Oh, he's mentioned many times.
God.
They
Yes.
don't use the.
Where in the Hebrew Bible?
We will
does
get
God
there.
say
We'll get there,
worship
dude.
man
There's
as
just
God?
too much to get through to in one night with you. But anyway, so Moses went back to the Lord and said, "Oh, what a great sin these people have committed. They have made themselves gods of gold. But now, please forgive their sin. But if not, then blot me out of the book you have written." Who is in charge of the book of
So
life?
what Moses is trying to do is
Who
he's
is
trying
in
to
charge?
sacrifice
Wait.
himself for sins.
Who blots out
Funny you're
people's
using
names
this.
in the book of life? I'm asking you a simple question. Who blots out the names in the book of life?
This is a bad example because here Moses has offered himself as a sacrifice.
Who blots out the names in the book of life?
Oprah.
Moses.
Jesus.
He's offered himself to blot me out, but he didn't.
Jesus blots out the names
Pretty sure
in
it's
the
Oprah.
book of life.
No, the Torah says
This
it was written
shows
by Moses.
Moses
not
was
God.
speaking to Jesus in the
No.
Old Testament.
God didn't write the Torah. Moses did. What Moses is saying here is he's offering himself up as a sacrifice, and God refuses the sacrifice in the next chapter. In the next chapter after that, God refuses the sacrifice of Moses.
Jesus refuses it. Yes.
Right. So there's no human sacrifices for sins.
So Jesus is God then?
No.
You just said yes. You said yes.
Judaism has never worshipped a man as God. Sorry, it's never been a
You're
part of
in
Judaism.
your Torah, dude. I know a lot of Messianic Jews, dude. I know a lot of them, and they can tell you the same stuff.
No Jews have the. As a matter of fact, if you read the Hebrew Bible,
did you say no Jews do that? Really?
Jews don't worship a man as God. It's
okay.
Music.
Oh, interesting.
Play music.
That's
again
under
Space
Is Real.
Space is real.
Okay, mute your mic, please.
Okay, I'm muting Stone again. It's probably on purpose. This.
He's doing it intentionally.
Yeah.
Intentionally.
Okay.
So again, I'm just pointing out to you scriptures in the Old Testament, the Torah, that Jesus is indeed God, and you're just not accepting it. That's all I'm doing, mate.
1 Samuel 15:29. God
Why
is
is he
not a
ignoring
man.
everything I say?
Numbers 23:19. God is not man that he should lie, or the son of man.
Yes, he shouldn't lie. Jesus never
It
lied.
says God
He's
is not
sinner.
man. That's the beginning of the verse. Numbers 23:19. God is not man.
That he
Job
should lie.
Job 9:32.
Oh my God.
For God is not
you know
man.
how to read a full verse. You know how to read
Just quoting one little tiny verse takes things out of context.
I'm reading you
that's
multiple
That's how you
verses.
get deceived.
I'm
You
reading
get
you
deceived
multiple
by
verses.
taking little clippets of stuff.
Where does
Wow.
God say in the Old Testament that he's going to appear as the Messiah on earth? Nowhere.
I just showed you Psalms 22. I showed you Exodus 32. I can show you the whole Old Testament. Literally Jesus.
Prophesies it loads of times.
Isaiah, the same thing, gets
blood
prophesied
of
that
the
Jesus is
innocent
coming.
cannot atone
He will
for
be
the blood
uncomely, nothing to look at,
of
nothing
evil.
that someone will desire.
of the wicked. I'm giving
I'm
you
going to
verses.
keep quiet. I'm going to leave you guys a bit of a chance to them.
Ezekiel 45:22. The prince, the Messiah, shall make on that day for himself and for the peace of Israel a sin offering, which is a bull. So
Do you know who the
God
prince
is
is?
saying in the Messianic age, the Messiah will bring a sin offering to God, a bull.
Himself.
For himself.
Himself.
He
For
is the
himself.
sin offering. Oh, well
my
done.
goodness.
You
A
literally
bull.
made up.
No.
No,
He's
not a
bringing
bull.
the Messiah is going to bring a bull as a sin offering.
Yes.
So that means that the Messiah has sinned.
No.
No.
That's what
He is
open
the
up
sin
Ezekiel
offering.
He's
45:22.
the sin offering. He didn't sin. Wow, it's for
That's
our
according to
sin.
your New Testament. But you guys, in Judaism, the Messiah is not a divine demigod. He's a normal
He's not
man.
demigod anyway.
Who said he's a
Just
demigod?
God.
You.
He's just
Oh
God,
my
not
goodness.
demigod.
Cyrus is called the Messiah in Isaiah 45:1.
Demigod is a
Small God.
mythical thing.
To be a
Jesus was
Messiah in
demigod.
Judaism just means that you're anointed as a king and a ruler.
Double
and Jesus.
ejaculations.
Okay,
Double
wait.
ejaculations.
Wait, and what did they call Jesus? The King of the Jews?
Yeah, but there was
the Messiah.
a dozen other people executed for the same crime.
So the
You
Messiah.
think Jesus was
King
the
of
only one
Jews,
executed as a Messiah?
Not as the God. You know what stood on what stood on the plaque of Jesus when he died?
Wow, guys.
I'm gonna quickly put it up for you.
Wow, guys, you're so incredulous by us. I mean, feel exactly the same way about you, dude.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly show you what was the words that was written. If it would load someday.
So this is the bad man tries debunking conspiracy.
We'll have to carry on with it next time.
Yeah, that totally went way off topic.
I'm happy. No, but I'm happy about this because Mark,
there were
believe it or not, I am
Jews
Mark.
executed
Believe
by
it or
the
not,
Romans in
man.
the first century for being the king of the Jews.
Believe it or not, man, Mark, I'm gonna pray for you, man, because you need Jesus.
Hezekiah.
The reason you're here tonight is for a reason.
Simon of Perea,
Okay,
Anthonymus of the Shepherd.
Okay, read what's on
Judas
screen
the
here.
Galilean, James
Mark?
and Simon, the Egyptian,
Mark?
Eleazar.
Mark?
These guys were all crucified by the Romans
Mark?
for being the king of the Jews.
Listen,
Mark, read here quickly, please. What does it say?
Oh, jeez. I'm not going to play your little word games for trying.
It's not a
First
word
of all,
game.
Jesus wasn't even
Yeshua.
called Jesus.
Okay, let me do it quickly for you.
So it's okay if you
Yeshua,
want to tell us to look somewhere, but when we ask you to read something, then it's not okay. I mean, come on.
yeah. Okay. Yeshua.
Well, I'm not going to ask you to read anything that's not in the Bible.
Yahudim.
First of all.
So the first letters
If I
of
ask
the
you to
four
read
letters
something that's
spell
in the Bible.
Yahweh.
A minute.
The first four letters spell YHWH. What does that say, guys? That's the name of God, is it not? Yah. So Jesus has been tried, and condemned for blasphemy. Above the cross was written in simple code, the name of God. This was clearly visible in the Sanhedrin, which is why they asked Pontius Pilate to change what he had written over the cross to break the code. This is recorded in 21 to 22. Therefore, the chief priest of the Jews said to Pilate, "Do not write the King of the Jews," but he said, "I am the King of the Jews." Pilate answered and said, "What I have written, I have written." And you can find this in different manuscripts, by the way.
Well, only in the Gospels, which were written
No.
years later.
No. You can find this in Jewish manuscripts too.
Really? What Jewish
Yes,
manuscripts?
really. I'm going to quickly get it. This is so sad.
The earliest mention of Jesus was Paul in the 50s, and he admitted to not even meeting Jesus. And then the first Gospels were written anonymously in the and started in the 70s.
What do you mean they admitted to not seeing Jesus? You're saying he made up the road to Damascus. Is that what you're saying Paul did?
Well, he had a vision of Jesus on the road to Damascus. And
vision of Jesus. He met Jesus. Or he wouldn't have been an apostle.
No, he had a revelation of Jesus. That's right in Paul's writing.
If he didn't meet Jesus, he wouldn't have been called Apostle Paul. You had to physically meet Jesus.
Joseph Smith had a revelation of Jesus.
You do know Saul. You do know Saul was a Jew. You know Saul was a Jew.
Joseph Smith is not a prophet.
You don't know anything really about Paul's life, but all we know about Paul is that he's a Roman who lived in Turkey.
Joseph Smith could just as well be a Muslim. It's exactly the same as Islam.
Well, the same thing with Paul. Paul didn't
live
in Jerusalem when Jesus was alive.
Wait, do you know Saul was a Jew?
Supposedly,
he was a Jew. He persecuted the Christians. Okay, he met Jesus on the road to Damascus, and that's why he became Paul. Yeah. He wasn't born Paul. He became
Paul. He had a vision of Jesus in the 40s.
He didn't have a vision of him in the 40s. He was on the road to Damascus, and Jesus appeared to him. He was blind and mute for 3 days.
Exactly.
In a revelation, he had a vision of Jesus. It's in Paul's writing.
No.
He
so
saw
why would he have been physically blind?
His companions heard the voice, but did not. Wait. His companions heard the voice, but did not see Jesus. Do you know that?
He doesn't believe Jesus was raised from That's really what it is.
His companions.
I don't remember reading that in Paul's letters.
You haven't read the Bible then? No. Okay.
Maybe Acts said it, but Acts was like written in the 2nd century. Because it stole from Josephus.
What's Josephus? That's what I'm looking for.
Yep. Paul didn't step foot in Israel until years after Jesus died. Paul finally did visit Jerusalem. He only lasted in there a few weeks because no one would buy his cockamamie gospel. And he ended up saying, I got to focus on converting God.
Do you accept?
If nobody bought it, why are we here now?
Mm-hmm. Do you accept Josephus as? Would you accept Josephus as a source you would trust? Because he was a Jewish.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's some interpolations in there, like his passage on Jesus was interpolated because it was never mentioned it doesn't appear in any Christian writings prior to the 3rd century.
Josephus has a very detailed writing of Jesus' crucifixion.
Not really, but that's
yes, really.
Oh, hey, actually, if you read Josephus's book, Jewish War, that's what I was talking about. Josephus mentions several men who were executed by the Romans for being Messiah.
Can I ask a question? What's interpolated?
Interpolation.
Yeah, that's a good one. What is interpolation?
Okay. By Christians.
Gotcha. So, do you don't believe that Christ was actually raised from the dead? Do you? Seriously, Mark, you don't believe that Christ was risen?
At the time, did the Romans ditch Romulus for Jesus after they saw him walking around town alive? The Romans
I don't know who
were
Romulus
responsible
is. I'm
for
sorry.
Jesus being dead, right? So what happened after Jesus rose from the grave, which would have been the first time in the history of the Roman Empire that somebody survived crucifixion? So did the Romans then ditch Romulus?
Hold on.
Jesus.
He didn't survive crucifixion. He was raised from the dead.
Even
after
better.
dying.
Let's say Jesus. Even better. Let's say Jesus rose from the dead. Let's say it happened. All right.
It did
The
happen.
Romans were
That's
responsible for Jesus staying dead.
It did happen.
So what was the reaction of the Romans? Did the Romans accept Jesus as their Lord and Savior and ditch their belief in Romulus, or B, did they stick with Romulus and forget about this Jesus guy, or just they didn't even know what happened?
Sure a few of them were saved.
Okay.
Really?
Okay. This is Josephus. This is Josephus. Okay. Look what he says about Jesus. Around this time lived Jesus, a wise man, if indeed it is right to call him a man. For he was a worker of amazing deeds and was a teacher of people who accepted the truth with pleasure. He was won over both many Jews and many Greeks. He was the Messiah. Pilate, when he heard him accused by the leading men among us, condemned him to the cross. But those who had first loved him did not cease doing so, for on the third day he appeared to them alive again, because the divine prophets had prophesied these and myriad other things about him. To this day, the tribe of Christians named after him has not disappeared. This was Josephus that said this.
Yes. And the reason why that's referred to as an interpolation and added later is because there's not a single early Christian writer. There's not a single Christian writer.
It's his manuscript. Do you know Josephus actually went and interviewed Christians after this as well?
Listen, that was written, and he wrote that Antiquities of the Jews was written in 94 AD. There is not a single mention of that passage by
you know who still lived in
Justin
94
Martyr,
AD?
by Irenaeus, by not a single early Christian author mentions that passage. It did not exist in the 2nd and 3rd century.
Nobody mentioned. Want to prove that?
It's easy to prove. It doesn't exist. That's like saying prove that Bigfoot
because everything
doesn't
you said tonight so far has been wrong. Do you know that?
What?
Everything you've shown tonight so far has been wrong. So I don't think we should just trust what you say. Just
I actually want to kind of touch upon his the word for the feminine noun as alma. Okay, and it says there is no instance where it can be proved that alma designates a young woman who is not a virgin. The fact of virginity is obvious in Genesis 24:43, where Alma is used of one who was being sought as a bride for Isaac. There you go.
A young woman.
Oh, you can actually stop with that garbage.
It's
young woman
It's
doesn't
not,
mean virgin. So it
meant to be
does.
virgin.
It's implied.
Boom. Boom.
Bam.
Guys, you can't recreate the Hebrew language. In Hebrew, look it up. Look up Google virgin in Hebrew. It is Betula. Betula is
what
the
does
word
shalom
for virgin.
mean? What does
Alma
shalom
means
mean?
young woman. What does
shalom
you don't
mean?
even guys
What does
couldn't
shalom
tell me
mean?
you couldn't even tell me what chapter 7's about. It's about
What
the
does
war.
shalom
It's
mean?
about a war.
Shalom mean?
What?
What
does
does
shalom
mean?
Shalom? Hello. Goodbye.
No, shalom means
Oh my gosh,
peace.
you are
Means
retarded.
peace.
Wow.
Means peace. Jehovah,
Wow.
Jehovah Shalom is
Hello,
God of
goodbye.
peace.
Oh my
This
gosh.
is a joke.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
Wow.
You know what's been happening,
by
Mark?
a rabbi.
By far.
You know what's been
you are
happening?
not.
I think you should
I feel
contact the
sorry for you, man.
so-called rabbi that taught you the Jewish whatever you know, and tell him to actually go
Hey,
read.
did you find the passage in the Passover story where the blood seems for forgiveness?
You don't even know peace. You shalom, what shalom means. That's
I know what
ridiculous.
shalom means. Jesus.
You said hello.
You said hello.
Hello and goodbye.
Well,
Interesting.
saying it how you guys would refer to it.
Pardon? That's how you guys?
Exactly.
I'm sorry. I
Shalom,
don't
God of our
refer
peace.
to that as that. But okay, sure.
It's
But I
a
do greet people that way.
basically, hold on. I can see common ground. He's saying it's a salutation.
But it's not though.
Well, you
It's not
just
what
said it
means.
was.
It is a salutation.
Pardon?
A salutation like hello.
So shalom is not that. That's the thing.
It's used as a salutation amongst Jews. Shalom. You say shalom to another Jew.
Yes, but the word shalom itself isn't just hello or greetings or whatever. That's not what it means.
What? What does that have to do with anything?
It does matter because you don't understand the context of the words. One word means more than what you think. That's the problem.
Okay,
you just think one word is this, and you have such a closed mind. You don't understand
chapter
the
7
language.
about? What is Isaiah 7 about? Tell me. Let's discuss the context of the verb.
It's you that doesn't like context. You like to go straight to the scripture, remember, and to the word. When Flats was reading the full context, you're the one that doesn't like context.
Let's discuss the actual context.
We'll do it then.
This is what the chapter 7 is about. King Ahaz and his war against Pekah. So you have the king that back then Israel was split into two territories, the northern and the southern. So what Isaiah says is the miracle child was given birth to not some virgin, but it was his wife who gave birth. She was already a mother. Here's her. You guys can't see.
Oh my God. What the frig are you talking about?
You do know that the relationship between Mary and Joseph were not sexual, just to let you know.
Oh, of course. Yeah, that's why.
Maybe go read it up properly, man.
Here is, you have King Ahaz. You guys can see my screen, and Pekah. So you have the northern king and the southern king who are at war with each other. The woman who gives birth is Isaiah's wife, who is already a mother to her son with this name. I can't pronounce it. Shir Vasu. And in the very next chapter, chapter 8, because you know Christians don't like to read the whole chapters here.
But you keep skipping over the other verses just and jump to the one that you want.
It will say, "Behold, I and the children whom the Lord gave me the signs for tokens." So what Isaiah is saying is that the children that God gave me to my wife, who was already a mother, are assigned for a miracle of God that King Ahaz is going to win the war. The chapter's about a war going on 600 years before Jesus was born. Why would you think in a million years that verse about a war that the Jews are trying to win against another ruler in another part of Israel would be about a future demigod?
Okay. Do you think that the story, or not the stories, but the book of Genesis and Exodus and Leviticus are allegorical?
Yes.
Wow, you're retarded.
Well, we know the earth wasn't flooded. We know that there's not a dome over the earth. We know the earth isn't supported on pillars.
There's so much signs that the earth has been flooded. That's the thing. You're so stupid.
Wow.
Wow.
Can you see this?
You do not know a darn thing, man.
If we didn't have a firmament, how do we have air, bro?
Oh my good God. Guys, can you see this? This is what's called seismic tomography. We have imaged the inside of the earth.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh,
Get out of here.
Garbage.
Get out of here.
Garbage.
By predicting volcano eruptions.
Garbage.
Hold on, you answered Sov's question with "my goodness." That wasn't an answer, dude.
So you don't think that we can image the interior of the earth?
No.
Not that far going down. No.
No.
They couldn't even drill past 8 miles.
It's not drilling.
What are you using to penetrate? What are you penetrating with?
Seismic waves.
Yes, seismic waves.
PNS waves are not very accurate, mate.
Just like when they used them to try and you know what happened here in Canada? They actually said they found a whole bunch of dead baby bodies around the school, and there was a big uproar about it, and it went worldwide. You know, they went with a bunch of excavators, dug that site up, and not a single body was found. So that seismic or sound wave garbage is bullshit.
Yeah,
that's ground penetrating radar.
Bullshit.
This is totally different.
It's not.
It's the same thing. They say, "Oh, this is echoing off of this, so it means this." No, it doesn't. It's bullshit. God.
Unbelievable.
Dude.
So you
God help
Come
us.
on.
Well,
And
you
you
got
never did
you got
answer
shit in
me.
one
You
hand
never
and
did. You
got-
never did
You
answer
never
me.
did answer, Saul. No, you didn't.
we just stick to the Bible because I can't deal with.
Well, the Bible
You're
tells
going to
us that
deny
there's a
existing
covering.
science.
Pointing out
This is
garbage
published.
science.
This is published science, proven
It's
science.
not
If you're gonna-
science.
published
No,
science,
it's
it's not.
published.
Where's the scientific research from the young Earth creationists that this is?
Where
false?
is the science in this? Show me
I'm
the
giving
science.
it to you right here. This
No,
is
that's not science. That's
Diagram.
not science.
Diagram.
That's a
and-
diagram.
a
It's
diagram.
not science.
It's a
There you go.
diagram. It's an image. That's not science.
Published research.
Yes. So what?
So what?
So everything is a conspiracy theory for you guys.
I didn't. Wait. Why
we
you
didn't
jump to
say that.
conspiracy theory?
Conspiracies.
What are
man.
you talking about? You're making claims that you can't back up. Only way you can
if I
back it
publish-
up
I'm
is
providing you published
that would
research,
be
you
like
know,
me
all that's
claiming.
bullshit.
Hold on, that'd be like me claiming that Narnia is a real place, and my proof of it is the book. Okay.
No,
the
I would
book.
say show me satellite images of it. Show me an image
Show
of
me
it.
satellite images. You don't have any satellite. What's a satellite?
Yeah.
What you talking
So
about?
any
High
evidence I present to you,
altitude,
you're
high
not gonna
altitude
believe.
photographs. We got high altitude photographs. So what?
Have you heard of Sophia before?
Yeah,
How
Sophia is
about
a real
proof
thing.
that, what about layers of glacier ice that we have dating back over a million years?
Wait. How do you know they date back? How do you know how old they are? What are you doing? Cutting ice cubes in half and counting the rings? What the fuck are you
Well, they
talking
take
about?
they take cores.
What?
Oh, this is ridiculous.
They take cores out of the glacial ice.
Yeah.
You want to know what's funny about that? They actually did a test on that. They found an airplane that was buried under the ice, and then they
been
counted the
disproven.
layers of
That's
that.
old news. That's old news. That's fake. Actually, the airplane was there, and it was actually under the correct amount of snow because that area.
No, it
in
wasn't.
got 4 feet of snow a year.
No, it wasn't, dude. So
That was
how do
true.
you know? Wait a second. How do you know how old the snow is?
Well, because
Hey, come on.
you guys can see this. The
Can't see anything.
light and dark areas of the bands are caused by winter and summer.
Okay.
No, that's
if
just
that's
melting
indeed
trees.
true.
Whoa.
I mean,
Do you know-
summer and
you-
winter and summer. That's a load of garbage.
How
Do you know you can have a blizzard? Wait.
You're
Do you know
telling
you
me
can have
that
a
we have
blizzard?
people stationed in Antarctica
Mark,
doing this. My father-in-law
Mark,
was in Antarctica
Mark,
twice.
Do you know you can have a blizzard and then it
moist
can
what?
melt and then it can have a blizzard again and it will give the same
It
effect?
doesn't melt
over
in
literally a
Antarctica.
week?
It's minus 70 degrees.
Really? I can show you.
Antarctica is actually the biggest desert in the world.
It actually changes. It's not always the same temperature.
No
Mark.
shit, bro.
Antarctica is one of the biggest deserts in the world. It receives the least amount of precipitation as the Sahara Desert.
Wow.
Yes, and then why does it show water pouring off of the side of the ice wall in Antarctica, showing the boats driving by? Oh, look at the waterfall coming off of there. I wonder what is that?
Waterfall. You talk about
Does that mean that? Okay,
You
that
just
water is
melted.
not water. It must be something else then.
Guys,
You know,
if
ice
this was
plates
caused
right
by a
now,
world
Mark.
flood, we would see actually marine organisms in here. There's no marine
What you would
organisms in
see-
Antarctic ice.
Oh.
You think there's no marine organisms in Arctic ice? Are you sure about
No.
Hey, you know
This
what?
was called-
There you go.
Check this out.
When
We
it
had a
rains at your house, is there marine organisms and rain
no,
in your
there's
house?
not. So anyway, you're obfuscating away. How do you know the age of the ice?
Well,
Just
you
you're-
count
now this
how,
is
how the same way that you know how old a tree is by counting the
Okay.
tree ring.
so
That's
you're
also crap, too.
speculating. So there's a theory that each one of these bands represents a year or some kind of period of time or something.
Plus, this water here is oxygen 16. Oxygen 18 is what's in the ocean. So we
Yeah,
know that
so
actually
what?
it's a different molecule of oxygen that
How
makes
does
up
that
this water.
how does that give you an age?
Well, count the rings. If you can see my
Yeah.
screen,
assuming that there has not been any melting and runoff and refreezing and shit taking place in between.
You think
those
there's melting and
annually.
freezing in Antarctica? Have you been to
Yeah,
Antarctica?
there is.
There's someone that has.
There's definitely
Guys.
melting and freezing in Antarctica, man. Do you know
those
that
are
in
good,
winter?
though.
Do you know in winter that the Arctic, Antarctica?
How much does it snow in Antarctica in a year? How much?
Wait. Do you know
So you're telling me there's 3 miles thick glaciers
you know
in Antarctica?
in
You're telling me that came by a
do you know
flood?
in wintertime the Antarctic continent, as you claim, grows like by 40% because of the ice?
I didn't know you were muted. Yeah.
Weird. So that means it
40%?
melts. That means it melts in summertime and it freezes again in wintertime.
You got muted. You got muted when the music came on. Flatzoid muted, I'm sure.
Music?
Well, he had background music playing. His mic was not muted when he had all his music playing, so that's why we muted you.
Yeah, I muted because it was just distracting.
He said it was his phone.
Okay. Well, anyway, I would love to go on, guys, but unfortunately, I can't really. I have things on it.
I got to get off, but it's been fun. I want to do this again with you guys.
Please do, Mark. I think it'll be great.
Yeah, and we'll explain GPS to you next time in full. Adam Mika did a full spread on it, dude, and it's actually in the grid that's actually put into your phone. They that's how they triangulate it, and they use airplanes to actually mimic Starlink. That's not satellites.
Okay. Well, like I said, if you just turn off location on your phone, let's see how well, because that's what the cell companies say is connects to the satellites. So if you turn off location, you can still make a phone call and you can still send a text message. You're still connected to the towers. Let me know how well.
Because your phone call doesn't work on trilateration. It works on triangulation. It's just receiving your data.
Next time we can talk
when
about
you use GPS, it works on trilateration. So what happens is it sends a ping towards you. So the tower sends a ping towards you for trilateration. When you make a call, it's your phone sending signal out to the tower.
Can I ask you?
You think that constellations you can only see in the northern or southern hemisphere?
It's just because you're in each different hemisphere, dude. That's why. But the whole point I was trying to make, what did you?
I thought there's no hemispheres on a flat Earth.
No, it isn't hemisphere. Okay,
it's not
because you're further away from the North Pole because of how high the actual firmament is. The angle of
that
what
makes
you're seeing
no
is
sense.
too far
You're
away.
trying to do like
there are points on it.
You're trying to
put
do
something.
like a disappearing point thing, but
God.
you always have a direct line of sight to the sky.
Do you think that when you get further away from something,
like
it stays
flat
the
earthers
same
are going
size?
down to Antarctica this year? Do you guys know that?
It
To
stays
see
same
the
height?
24-hour sun? What do you guys do?
I'm going, dude. I'm going. Really?
You're standing in. Hey,
Mark. Yeah,
stop.
I heard
if you are standing in front of Mount
some of the flat earthers refused to go.
Dude, I'm going. I talked to Dusty yesterday. Dude.
Roger is
the guy here. Ooh.
Who is?
Roger. I am. The guy right below you, right here.
No shit, you're going? So what are you going to do when you see a 24-hour sun?
He's been permitted to.
Okay. Let me make it plain for you, Mark. It won't debunk a flat Earth if there's a sun or not a sun. Literally not going to debunk anything. It's Will Duffy throwing money in the dustbin because of his insecurities about his own globe religion.
Ain't his money, bro. Ain't his money. This is a psyop, man.
The reason he needs to get rid of this money is because he owes so many people money.
Mm-hmm. He's in debt up to his eyeballs, and with the Fed too. With that, it's
he's
criminal
got
charges.
So many court cases against him.
Hey, if somebody wants to spend money to ship you there, forget how the person.
Let's put it this way. You know how tax evasion works, Mark.
But I just want to see when you see a 24-hour sun, what is that going to?
You're not going to see a 24-hour sun.
It doesn't matter anyway.
It doesn't matter. You're not going to see one though.
Well, what happened? Let's say hypothetically speaking, what's your name? James?
My name is Roger, dude. That's
No, the guy who's
not
below.
James.
Who's below me? Who's going to Antarctica?
Roger.
That's me, dude. I'm talking to you right now.
Roger,
Yes.
what's gonna happen when you see a 24-hour sun?
I'm not going to, dude. I can tell you that right now. And they don't even have it on their trip.
But wait.
They
That
offer
doesn't
it.
matter. But I want to know, what does it matter if he sees it or not? What is going to change?
You can't have a 24-hour sun on a flat Earth because
Why?
Well, if that is the case, wait a second. If they did see a 24-hour sun, that means they did see a 24-hour sun on a flat Earth, because it's not going to suddenly give the Earth convexity.
No,
it's not going to suddenly make it possible to have a gas pressure system without containment. It's not going to suddenly not make water seek level. None of that is ever going to occur because of some anomaly you see in the sky. The sky has diddly shit to do with where you're looking at it from.
But I also want to know, you made a claim on our behalf what the flat Earth should see or not. Can you provide us why you say it shouldn't be seen on a flat Earth?
Well, direct line of sight. When does this?
I can't see Eiffel Tower from here.
How are you going to have a 24-hour sun in Antarctica
What
while
about-
in Brazil it's
Sorry,
dark?
that's not answering my question. You're making a claim that we shouldn't see it on a flat Earth. So
Right.
why is that?
Right, because
Why
the Earth is a
shouldn't we
globe.
see it?
So because
it's
the
not,
Earth is a
dude.
sphere, while Roger's seeing a 24-hour
Sorry, you
sun.
telling us what's the
Listen,
sphere got to do with
I'm
this?
telling you, I'm
making a
answering your
claim-
question.
You making a claim based on flat Earth. So you're saying according to flat Earth, it should not be seen. Where do you get that? Why wouldn't it be seen on the flat Earth?
Well, there was flat earthers saying that can't happen. I don't
Well,
know.
there's globe earthers that saying cannibalism is okay. Does that
On
make
a
you a
flat Earth.
cannibalism? Does
Look,
that make you a cannibal?
because the Earth
Are you
is a
cannibal?
sphere. Listen, I'm trying to answer your question. Because the Earth is a sphere, while Roger
it's
is
not.
seeing a 24-hour sun
it's not
in
a sphere.
Antarctica, in Brazil, at the
I'm
same
stopping you.
time, it's going to
I'm
be dark.
stopping you, Mark. It's not a
Hold
sphere.
on.
You telling us
No.
based on flat Earth we
Well,
shouldn't see
we're
it. So I'm
just going by
asking you, where do
observation.
you
It's
get this
observation.
information that on a
Daylight,
flat Earth
though.
you shouldn't see the sun?
Okay.
So why would it be dark in the southern hemisphere in Brazil,
It's not dark.
but it would
Why
still
not?
be a 24-hour sun in Antarctica?
Why not?
What about possibly internal reflection?
How does that make any logical sense? How can you even draw that on a
Hold on. You want to talk about logical sense?
on a piece of
How
paper?
does? Hold
where
on.
it's
No.
dark in Argentina?
I'm
It's dark
asking
in
you about
Argentina, but
logical
it's
sense. Logical
light
sense
in
here.
Antarctica.
Hold on. Logical sense here. How does looking at the sky determine what you're standing on?
Well, because flat earthers claim that
No.
there's a dome.
I didn't. No, not because of flat earthers. I'm asking you objectively. How does looking at the sky logically? How is that logical to conclude what you're standing on?
Because your view of the sky changes depending where you are on the globe.
Well, it
Your
depends-
view of the sky will
my
change in
view
our-
of my ceiling changes depending on the area of the room that I'm standing in too.
So if
Does
you
that make my floor a globe?
If you stand in Antarctica, you will not see the Big Dipper and Little Dipper.
That's right. And if I stand at
the-
one end of
Oh,
a
okay,
warehouse,
wait, what did you
hold
just
on.
say?
If I stand at one end of a warehouse that happens to maybe be like, say, 5 miles by 5 miles, if I'm standing at one end of it, I can't even see the ceiling lights at the other end, can I? Does that mean that the warehouse is now a globe?
I can't see Draco down, and that's a
So what?
constellation in the southern
So what?
hemisphere.
I can't see the
Well, if
light
it's a
on the
dome-
ceiling. Hold on. If I'm at the west end of a warehouse that's 5 miles by 5 miles, and I'm standing against the west wall, I cannot see the lights that are in the ceiling down over at the east wall, can I?
You could if I gave you a telescope.
No, well, maybe,
Oh, yeah, you could.
maybe.
Sure, I could. You give me.
Sure,
you
let's
give
all
me
right,
enough
let's
binoculars
increase
and a
it.
telescope,
Let's
I'll
increase
see
it
across
now.
the town.
Hold on, let's increase the size. You want to bring
It doesn't
field
matter
hold
what
on.
telescope
Are
you
you
use.
wanting to bring field of view in?
I'm
Okay,
saying
so
field of
what
view doesn't
wait a
matter.
second. We didn't have a telescope and it didn't matter. I lost it. Did they become lower and lower and lower down to the horizon? Did the
I am
ceiling?
saying Roger can have a telescope of the greatest power when he's down in Antarctica. He'll never see the Little Dipper.
That's right.
Because it's blocked by the globe.
And
No,
let
it's
me tell you
not.
something. Hold on, wait a second. Oh, wait, let me just ask you something real quick. Are you familiar with where the parallels?
Hold on one sec. My son's calling me.
Where did the latitudes come from? That's what I want to ask you.
He thinks he can see forever, dude.
I mean,
That's
if you
really
had a
cool.
warehouse, we increase that warehouse to 20 miles, we increase that warehouse to 20 miles, you're definitely not going to see the East End lights. I don't give a shit if you got a telescope or not. You're not going to see them because they're going to be melded into the horizon. These people that say we should be able to see the Eiffel Tower from New York. How many layers of glass can you see transparency through? Once you start stacking the glass lenses up, man, you can't see shit.
Exactly.
It's called opacity.
Okay, I'm back. So look, my point is that it doesn't matter your line of sight, your visual clues that you're trying to use doesn't do any good because it doesn't matter how strong of a telescope you have. You can't. There's no visual reference because at the same time of the day,
because it's in the horizon line. Don't you understand how a horizon line works? A vanishing point. Don't you understand how that works?
You don't understand perspective at all?
It doesn't vanish. The stars never vanish.
Wait a second. Yes, they do. Why do you think that you can no longer see Polaris past the equator? It's because it is dropped into the horizon now. What's 90 and 0, right? 90 and 0. It's
right. What do you think causes a horizon around globe?
You don't. There is no horizon on a ball. There is no horizon. No. Horizon is horizontal, bro. Horizon is horizontal. Horizontal is a line. Horizontal is not a curve.
Okay, look. When Roger's in Antarctica, how about you're telling me from Argentina, he should, if Roger's experiencing 24-hour sunlight in Argentina, there shouldn't also be 24-hour sunlight?
What?
Have you ever heard of coffee cup caustic?
That was just about to say that. Internal reflection.
Are you talking? Hold on. Are you talking about daylight or sunlight?
If it's nighttime in Argentina, it's nighttime here in North America. It's dark.
Are you talking about daylight or are you talking about sunlight?
So let's just say at nighttime, if it's the same time.
Okay, wait a second. You didn't answer my question. Are you talking about daylight or are you talking about sunlight?
Same thing.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Right now, look at right now. I cannot see the sun. There's clouds all over the sky, but there's daylight. Okay, there's daylight going on. Not any sunlight. Can't even really tell where the sun's at unless I really.
You don't think radiation comes off the sun? What do you think? It's a light bulb?
You can read the definition.
You are so retarded.
Sick.
Retarded.
Is Flat's about to demonstrate internal reflection?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He got a pipe in.
Which way is my light shining?
Can't see.
Which way is my
How
light
come
shining?
it's lighting the other side of the plate?
Yeah, why is the other plate of the light?
That's
called internal reflection.
And there's still light. You see, there's light shining everywhere along that plate.
So flat Earth then.
Well,
no, which means you can't have a 24-hour sunlight.
Internal reflection.
Okay, so take that light
24-hour
and make
daylight,
it disappear
yes.
from one side. Try to
daylight.
imagine an ant.
We can do it.
Imagine an ant is standing on one side of that plate and try to make that light disappear.
You're not going to scale, dude. The
Sorry,
sun
this
and
is
the
not
earth
scale.
are larger.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
You
cannot have a 24-hour day on a flat Earth. It's
Did
impossible.
we just Did we just demonstrate that there will be 24-hour light
daylight
around the dome?
But you can't have it dark on another part of the dome.
I'm sorry, the whole of Antarctica would be lit up and that will be dark on the inside, correct?
That's Antarctica, not a continent, dude.
Yes, it was.
Oh,
my goodness.
Oh my
Why
God,
didn't you
you're
get
so
this?
stupid. You don't listen.
You're saying, oh my gosh, guys, I don't know where he's going in Antarctica, but where there's 24-hour
Union
light,
Glacier Bay, dude. Yeah,
it
going to
won't
Union basically.
the entire Antarctica probably will not be lit up for 24 hours.
And it doesn't say fully lit
The
up, but
dark
it's
part's not
partially
gonna be in
lit,
the middle.
dude. It doesn't. You're not listening, dude. You don't understand how this works.
Doesn't get
You
it.
don't understand
Doesn't
how
get it.
reflection works. We just demonstrated a tad bit. We could do a lot better. With
Yeah.
much
this was
more
like a
info.
quick little, just to show you
Explain
internal
how you
reflection.
could
That's all
be
it was.
standing in Argentina, and you could be in New York at the same. I think that's the same time zone, and at night, it's night at the same time in North America and South America. But when I look up from North America, I can't see Draco, and they can't see the Big Dipper, Little Dipper in North Star.
Wow, you know why? Do you know what twilight is?
You can't see stars at twilight, dude. But anyways,
It's dark. It's nighttime. 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, but you know what? The reason I'm asking you what twilight
1
is.
a.m.
You know what twilight is? You know what I'm asking.
What does that have to do with anything?
It's light
It has a lot
dispersion.
to do with it.
It is
So
light
yours
dispersion.
are
So
light
when the light
dispersion at
source
1
is
a.m.
too far away, when the light source is too far away, you can't see it.
So how far away is United States from Brazil?
I'm gonna go look on a map.
a couple
You
of
tell
thousand
me.
miles at least. Like
Okay,
probably
1,000
close to
miles.
5.
So you're saying
No, more than
1,000
that, dude.
miles.
More than 1,000 miles, dude. It's more than 1,000.
You're staying in 1,000 miles. With just 1,000 miles, the entire sky, all the stars, I'm going to see different stars.
Yeah, there's other stars illuminating that part of the sky.
What happens when it's a cloudy day? Is it
You don't
darker
see any stars when it's
outside?
cloudy.
No. When it's a cloudy day, let's say stormy day, can you see sunlight? Is it just very opaque?
Ryan had something he wanted to show you right quick.
Yeah, sunlight comes through the clouds. Unless it's really
when it's
how about
really
a
stormy
foggy?
day, it's
How about
really
a foggy
bright
day?
out?
You know, when you wake up in the morning and it's foggy. Okay, is that
Depends how
sun very
the clouds
bright?
are.
Is that sun very bright?
What do you think the sun's made of?
Why are you moving to what it's
I
made
have
of?
no idea what the sun's made of. What do you think the sun's made out of?
It's a nuclear blast going on full time, dude. That's
What do you think the sun's made
Are
out
you guys
of?
electric universe people, or you think it's like?
Wait, what do you think the sun is made out of? Wait, what do you think?
You don't know what it is.
And
That's
why?
the thing.
Well, we
No,
know what the
this-
sun's made out of because we can detect.
No. We.
No,
Who's this
detect
we?
Light waves.
Hold on, wait. Who's this we that you seem to be part of?
Scientists.
No,
Don't
are you a
you're a
scientist?
scientist?
You're a scientist.
Go out
You're
in
a
the
scientist.
sunlight. What do you think gives you a sunburn?
Wait. Hold on. So you're a scientist and you know what the sun is made of. Can you please tell us what is the sun made of?
Come on.
Plasma.
Plasma. And how do you know this?
Well, we've
We?
the sun probe right now is orbiting.
You've actually done
It's
that?
right there.
So someone told you they sent a magic garbage can to it, and you're believing that.
Go
How do
outside in
you
the
know?
sunlight.
How do you know what the
You let
sun is
someone
made of?
talk, please.
How do you know what the sun is made out of? Somebody told you a story about sending a magic garbage can up there, and they said, "Yep, that's what it is." All right, now, how did you
don't believe
confirm that that was real?
Okay. So you don't believe scientists? You're a conspiracy
That,
theorist.
how is that science?
No,
How is somebody
that's not
telling me a
science, dude.
story science? That's science fiction.
You don't believe that ultraviolet light comes from the sun?
I didn't
and gives
ask you
sunburn?
that. I said, how? Well, what's that got to do with it being made of plasma? Ultraviolet light comes from
Dude,
an ultraviolet sun lamp too. So what?
From that
Yeah,
far
I can
away?
get sunburnt in a
Well, how far away is
3
it?
million miles away.
That
There you
doesn't
go.
prove it proves that the sun's in there.
How far away is it?
93 million miles.
I know that.
Why do you think there's
Oh my
been,
God.
Why do you think there's been
Well-
33 ice ages in the last 2.6?
I don't know. How do
33
you
ice ages, yeah.
Wait a second. There's been ice ages because the sun is 93 million miles away. Please, can you
because the Earth's
connect
orbit
that
changes
somehow?
no, because the Earth's orbit and tilt change, along with what's called
Well,
precession.
wait. You're off on another thing. How does that equate
not
that
right,
the
Joe.
sun is 93 million miles away? How did you know that?
That's average because the Earth's density.
All right. Well, all right. On average, then how do you know that, though?
You're saying we can't measure that?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm telling you, you cannot measure that. That has to be calculated.
Calculated, not measured.
Well, yeah, of course we can calculate that.
Okay. How do we calculate that?
Calculate anything.
Parallax.
Okay. All right. Give me 2 points that would
ass.
give you 93 million miles for parallax. 2 points on the Earth. No stars have ever been seen to parallax one another.
I majored in geology, not physics.
I don't.
Talk
All
about
right.
physics.
Well, you're just stated to me that the sun was on average 93 million miles away.
Not 100% skeptic.
So how do you know
The
that?
show, guys.
How is that calculated? I mean, let's start out. You've heard of the guy Copernicus, right? Remember Copernicus?
Copernicus?
Well,
Yes.
you see, you say it wrong too. So he calculated it at 3 million miles. Okay. Then they came out later and they said, no, it's 9 million miles. You realize that they've gone all the way up to 105 million miles and then back down to 93 million miles. This is how your calculations have ended up. In fact, Newton, hold on, Newton calculated it twice. Newton calculated it twice. And he calculated it first at 28 million. And then the second time he did it, it was 54 million. And he said, whether it be 28 million or 54 million, it makes no difference. It suits our purpose. What a scientific thing to say.
Absolutely.
Don't you think?
Story time. Yes.
I mean, do you know your radius just comes from literally assuming Venus' size?
Well, Aristotle calculated circumference of the Earth in 350 BC.
Oh, God. With
Anyway, guys, anyway, I gotta go. I really enjoy this, but if you guys want to carry on talking on the panel, you're allowed.
I gotta go. I gotta go hit golf balls with my son.
All right.
I've got to end the show. But
fun, though,
Mark, it would be great to have you on again.
I would love to come back again.
I'm off tomorrow night. PJ's on tomorrow, so make sure you guys come tomorrow. Wednesday, I am going to be on Kingdom in Context at 10 o'clock Central African time, but I'm going to have a stream before that.
Cool.
So I'll start a half an hour earlier so we can have a stream, and then I'm going to Kingdom in Context, and then Mark, if you want to come Thursday, that'll be perfect.
Thursday I can do.
And Mark, you should probably listen to the Kingdom in Context thing there. So
It's he keeps it literal, Bible literal.
That's the link from a stream tomorrow night, guys.
Yeah. Awesome.
And there's a stream in private chat, Mark. It's me talking to Duffy about the trip. You can listen to it if you want to.
Yeah, I covered it this morning.
And then Sov, you also got a show tomorrow.
Is that from PJ?
No, there's one I put in the private chat. It's me with Duffy on the phone talking to him. I've met him twice now, so yeah.
He's been to his church.
Brazil SF2?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. All right, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay, but
God,
yeah,
I wish I was going. My father-in-law's been there twice. I'm jealous. I really wish I could go.
Okay, so give me money for my GoFundMe so I can go. I gotta fund myself.
I'm broke, man. I'm raising 3 kids in college, dude. I'm broke as there can be.
I've already done all that, so I'm beyond broke.
Oh, I'm jealous.
I had 2 of them. Yeah.
But yeah, Mark, on a serious note, Mark, I'm gonna pray for you, man.
Absolutely.
Ditto.
I already did, actually. I already did.
But yeah, thanks for coming, everybody. Appreciate all the super chats and the likes and the shares.
It was a lot of fun, guys. I appreciate it. It was fun.
And yeah, so Thursday again, Mark.
Yep. What time?
Right on.
Normal time, we start 9 o'clock Central African time. If you want, you can email me at
12 Pacific time.
No,
same time as
Central
tonight.
African time.
Same
So it's the
time
same time as tonight.
Okay.
Start the same time as But if you want, you can email me, flatzoid@gmail.com, and then we can keep in touch like that as well.
Can you put it in the private chat?
Yeah. Flatzoid. There we go.
Awesome.
you're
Hey,
able
thanks
to
so much,
email me.
guys. I really appreciate it. It was great talking to you guys. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah. Although we
Peace
do
out,
have
guys.
different views and we're
It's
different.
cool to have fun with guys who don't take things so personally and like to have a good time debating. I have a great time with that.
Okay.
But yeah, it was cool. So thanks all for coming. We'll see you guys all Wednesday night. Make sure to join PJ tomorrow and Soft tonight in his show. No, sir. Soft, you got a show tonight.
Yeah, probably.
Awesome.
Yeah, you guys be
and
safe.
then Roger's show as well tomorrow.
You guys be safe. God bless.
You too. Blessings, man. Cheers.
Always.
Until tomorrow. Many blessings, and may the pressure be with you. Cheerio.
Bye, guys.
Crafted signs of the divine. I'm made for something true. In God's plan, my path renews. Flat earth made by Him. My journey long yet